Hey guys, welcome to the Rock Oath. You are watching the first ever episode, and I'm excited about this right now. My name is Mike Schoon. I'm the host. I am the singer of the band 22 Salute, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this. It's gonna be a good time. But let me introduce to you who else is on the show today. We have a thing called a headliner, which is basically the guests. And what we got is Mr. Travis Minardi.
How's it going, guys?
He's a local musician. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Travis.
So I am a drummer. I've played in many different bands. Been playing for about like 15 years or so. And currently, right now, my band is the backing band for a country artist named Kylie Trout. Check her out. And yeah, it's really cool. Played in, like I said, many different bands over the years, many different genres of music. And now I'm kind of moving more into a music director type role with most of my projects, where I'm running like backing tracks and
Awesome.
kind of designing more of like how the shows are gonna go together and flow and whatnot. So
Awesome. All right. And then after Travis, we have my brother, Mark Schoon, who
What's up, guys?
tell a little bit about yourself, Mark.
Well, I play in the band 22 Salute. I play guitar and bass guitar, and like Mike said, I'm his brother. And yeah, just first guest on first episode, one of the first guests.
Let's
and
see how it goes.
see how this
See how it
goes,
crashes
yeah.
and burns. Can't
Basically.
wait. Yeah. No, yeah. Also, so I like to call this a double headliner show, meaning you got two people on the other side of me, and we have another position on our show that we like to call the couch contributor. And the couch contributor is the person that kind of pipes in once in a while and gives us the scoop and stats and stuff that we can't look up on the fly. Today we have Oscar Garcia, who is a local musician. Oscar, what's up, man?
Hey,
Tell us a little about yourself, bro.
my name's Oscar. I'm a guitar player. I've been playing guitar since 2004. I've been in many bands: Soul at War, Breaching Normandy, and Tears of the Oppressed. And right now, I'm kind of in a musical transition where I kind of got really into country, and I'm starting to see where I can go with that. So I'm just having some fun exploring some new ideas.
Man, dude. So first episode ever. I'm excited. Let's see what we can do. No, awesome. And Oscar, I'm gonna call you Oscar the Couch on this episode.
I allow it.
Okay, because he is on a couch and he is the couch contributor, and his name's Oscar. So, of course, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. So,
oh, like you're relating to Sesame Street. I get it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, no, I get it.
that's the reference. Gotcha. Okay.
so, anyways, everybody, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy it. Be easy, go easy on us. This is our first one, and it is in the morning, and we are recording out of sunny Rancho Cucamonga, California. Yeah. So, anyways, enjoy the show. Let's get on with it, man. Whoa. So, let's start off by talking about the direction of this. That's gonna be first up on the set list because I like to have a little guideline for what we're gonna do, for where like the direction we're gonna go. We have today we're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. We're gonna be talking about the future of music. Where is music going, especially with groups and bands? We're going to talk about the do-it-yourself approach without a label, and we're going to use rapper Tom Macdonald as a reference for that. And then we're going to talk about new tech in a segment, new technology in the music world, and then we are going to, for fun, talk about our favorite music movie of all time, and then we are going to do the brewery rate. Basically, we're going to rate a local brewery on their beer. So that's near the end of the show. We'll do that. Hopefully that's going to be something we keep popping in on every show. And, and then we'll close off. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the direction and the purpose of this podcast in the first place. I'll just go off and just say this idea came about 2.5 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, and I was with you, and me and Travis were hanging out with our buddy Brent, and I'm like, dude, I would love to do like a podcast where we could just talk music and just get the local scene talking and get people in, get guests, and just get all that stuff, and we were sitting there, and it was like, okay, And then we start talking equipment, what we would need, and then I'm like, yeah, man, that's a lot of stuff we got to get. And 2.5 weeks later, here we are with everything. We got a crew. We got Oscar, the couch.
Yeah.
And then
You put it together quick, man.
Yeah.
You put it together really quick. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, we all did. It was. I mean, I wouldn't. This wouldn't be here without everyone pitching in and doing their part. But yeah. The for me, the direction I kind of want to do with it is just to push everyone that is in music and everyone maybe in the music world to kind of come on the show and get their message out and just kind of just push everything, stir the local scene, talk up and introduce people, get people to know about bands, even get people to know about venues or promotions, promotion companies, whoever's in the scene. I would like have them to come on, or just anyone that's interesting. It doesn't always have to be music, although we are called the Rock Oath, I don't plan on only doing rock music. We can have people that are just interesting
Different genres.
I mean, we can get I have a buddy that raps. We get him on. I mean, we can do anything. There's no one way to do it, and just rock is kind of the theme. But we'll have all kinds of things happen on this show, and we'll make sure we keep it entertaining for everyone. So first up, now that we talk about Travis, tell me what do you think about the podcast? Like, did you have any idea like what would be cool to happen? Like, if we do something, or like where we would like to go, or where do you think it would be cool going, or what?
Well, yeah, I think it's just cool to like have an opportunity to talk about a bunch of different things in the industry. Like whatever's going on right now this week. If there's any new technology or whatever out there that people don't know about.
Yeah.
Which NAMM happened a couple weeks ago, and honestly, it doesn't seem like there's a bunch of new technology out there. So
For the
same stuff right now, yeah.
yeah,
is it NAMM or NAM? What do they say?
NAMM.
NAMM.
Yeah.
For the listeners that don't know what NAMM is like a yearly. What would they call
It's
it?
a music
Not Vietnam.
convention. It's
Convention in California.
It's the National Association of Music Merchants.
Yeah.
So it's all of the literally any music company that wants to be there, they can be there.
Yeah. Convention. They have artists that are there trying out products and just being as to meet and greets or signs, or there's all kinds of stuff for musicians.
The big idea about it is for companies to kind of get out to the public what it is that they're doing for that year.
Yeah.
And of course, this year, COVID happening, it was like a virtual NAMM, and don't know if anybody really did anything for it.
Yeah.
So I know a couple companies are like posting their NAMM experience for 2021.
It's not the same, man.
It's not the same.
You can't be as hands-on. So
Yeah.
it's not,
Well, exactly. You can't test anything out. You
Yeah.
know, like they'll send products to people so that they can test it out, but on
you can't
YouTube,
go there.
on YouTube, they've been doing that for a decade already.
Yeah.
You know, like
so-
people already review stuff on YouTube.
people are
and
trying-
It's a completely different experience. To
People are
actually be able to
trying. Yeah.
test it yourself.
People are trying other routes during this COVID stuff, and
Yeah.
some things fall flat in their face. Some things work. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost a new venture. Or, it's like brand new territory for a lot of companies and stuff. So that's why you see so much stuff that's like, I don't know. Maybe
We're trying all that stuff out too. How everything sounds. It's like some people like different sounds or tones, and it's like they like this equipment versus that equipment or gear, and it's just like, oh, I like the tone of this, and then they're like, oh, well, that guy likes it. It must be good. But then when they try it out in person, when they finally get it, they're like, oh, this isn't that good.
Well, a big part about that is what you're listening to it through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like at NAMM, you could have like this really awesome synthesizer, and they have it connected to an awesome PA system.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get that at your house, and you're plugging it into
your flip phone. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, you can't do it on a flip
like
phone.
a crappy little like
first
1980s
generation
PA speaker.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not getting any of the low end that you heard elsewhere, or that they're claiming that it has. And it's like, yeah, well, you don't have the listening experience for it. You don't have the right speakers. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what this COVID has done to the music world. That's for sure, with NAMM and everything. Mark, what do you think about this podcast? Like, you excited? What do you think it's gonna go far? You think it's gonna tank? What do you think?
No, I think it's great, man. Just on the content we're talking about, and just keeping it, just being real about stuff and talking about what's actually going on, and
What's really going on in the world? We're gonna tell you guys what's
Yeah.
really going on.
it's what we're talking about, how it goes. That's all I can say. I don't know how
Mark's
else
like,
to,
it hasn't started yet,
you're
so
like,
I don't
give
know
us
what's going to
give us a prediction.
Mark, tell us what you think's going to happen in the next 5 years. Of
What
this
is the
podcast.
forecast of this channel?
This podcast
Like,
is
I don't
going
have
to
no
be
idea.
bigger than Joe Rogan, and we're all going to get paid a lot of money.
Yes.
A lot of monies.
That's my prediction.
We
for
don't
the
bow to
future.
sponsors. No. All right, Oscar, what do you think of the direction of the podcast, or what's your opinion on it? Like I said, this is super new. We thought of this 2.5 weeks ago, and here we are without even doing. we just kind of went at it. We just jumped right in. So.
I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but it looks like it's going to be pretty successful so
Oh,
far.
thank
just by,
you.
like,
Cool. I hope so.
with the way everything went down and the production behind it.
It went.
Probably-
It all fit together really well for how
Yeah.
fast. And
Mm-hmm.
but I will say, I don't, anyone watching or listening, don't judge me too much. This is the first time I've been a host on something, and it's not gonna. I got to learn I got to learn how to
You don't
finesse
got
it.
jokes down yet. Okay?
What's that? I don't got my jokes. I don't got my. And by the way, the intro. I don't have my intro down. I'm just like, hey, are we? It's gonna be awkward and painful sometimes, and that's
Oh,
cool though.
definitely.
That's the beginning, because on episode 100, it's gonna be totally different. It's gonna be great.
We'll
So
forgive you.
thank you.
Everybody's saying, "Quit telling us that and give us a story."
Yeah, I could have froze on camera. It starts on. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so I've tried to do like a whole like YouTube channel for like
Yeah.
teaching drums and stuff, because I teach drums as well. I forgot to mention that at Guitar Center, and now we're doing like the whole like virtual, Zoom
Yeah,
lessons,
yeah.
right? And so I was like, let me try throwing a couple of videos together for YouTube. I don't know if you've ever tried that, like recording a YouTube video of like yourself teaching something,
Uh-huh.
but as soon as that camera turns on,
You suck.
nothing happens. Like, it's just like you turn the camera on, it's like, all right, guys, I'm going to talk about this, and it's like, yeah,
Like that?
yeah, that is perfect. Like I even tried doing like a whole well, what's that called? A video teleprompter.
Oh, just see
know?
yourself while you're doing it.
No,
You're like,
no, to read my
What you're gonna
script.
say.
Oh
because
gosh.
yeah, because
You're as bad as the president.
you just like, dude, yeah, you just like you turn the camera on. It's like you just start babbling. It's like, cool. Nothing I said was relevant to what this video is about. So,
And you're like, wow.
Let me try that one again.
Well, that's the thing. When there's not and for anyone watching, listening, when there's not a camera on you, you just act yourself, and it's very natural.
Yeah.
When there's a camera on you, it's on the back, just like recording music. You're on the spot, and you're like, and you start sucking.
Yeah,
That's just how it works. So
Overthinking
Turn
everything.
the suck down, man.
yeah, turn the suck down on the board.
That's what some people are saying right now.
Anthony, can you turn the suck down on the board
Okay.
over there? Thank you. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get on with the set list. Now that we got through the painful part, let's go to the Super Bowl halftime show, which is one of the most recent things in music, I would say, that everybody knows about.
Yeah.
Basically, The Weeknd played a 14-minute long performance at halftime. There was a lot of stuff that I thought was cool, and a lot of things I was like, but that's every Super Bowl. Travis, give me your opinion on what you think of the Super Bowl halftime, if you saw it.
Yeah, no, I saw it, and well, I was at work when I was watching it, so I didn't like really get the full experience.
Yeah.
So then I went home and I watched it on my computer with my studio monitors to
Cool.
try to get like the whole experience. And
Yeah.
my honest opinion, I think The Weeknd's music is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's not a good performer.
I will concur. I think he has a great voice. I think his songs are good.
Yeah.
I think the light show and everything else outdid him during the Super Bowl. And I think, you know what though? But that's the thing. When you're on camera, you think you're moving around a lot. You think you're performing right, but then you look back, you're like, I'm not. Like,
Not moving
well,
around
maybe
much,
that was
yeah.
something that happened. Maybe he thought he was being more.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like at that point though, I mean, because we're not talking about like a guy that hasn't been on stage
yeah, exactly.
in front of cameras before.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
true.
The Weeknd, you know. I mean,
and it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so.
and it's the Super Bowl. The amount of production that goes behind that is insane. And which also, I don't know if you guys, maybe we can like look this up, get some facts on it. I heard that he funded that halftime show himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But he
Because
spent like $7 million of his own. I don't know. Maybe
Mhm.
if
Well, I heard
Oscar, if you want to check that out, maybe look
Oscar
that
the
up.
Couch.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Cool. Well, someone told me that the artists pay to be on it. It's not like, hey, the Super Bowl wants to pay you to be on the show. It's more like you have to pay the Super Bowl or something like that. I don't know.
Really?
Well,
that's what I've
how
heard.
they-
Yeah,
how
that's
they
what
do
I
it?
heard.
Why?
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know. Someone told me that. I don't know if it's true.
It's I mean,
Oscar, you
literally
looking that
have-
up too? Do you
they
have to
literally
pay?
have companies that are paying like
Yeah, it pays for
$5
itself.
to
It's like-
$10 million for a 30-second ad, and they have
Well-
the
well-
artists pay for their.
Well, here's the
spots.
thing, though.
That's
As much
stupid.
as the Super Bowl can use your talent, it's the
Uh-huh.
Super Bowl. You're in their eyes. You're like everyone in the world's watching football or watching this. You're lucky to be on our halftime show, so you got. I don't know. That's what I heard.
It's like this
I
is
don't
our
know,
party.
though.
If you want to come in,
Yeah,
you
look
gotta
that
pay
up,
the
Oscar.
door.
Oscar,
Or,
if you
I
could
don't know.
check that out too. See if they have to pay to be on the Super
Well,
Bowl.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
sometimes though, like the games are so terrible that it's like they started playing football at a concert.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
You
you're
know,
like
what was
this,
that?
this game's so lopsided. It's like, all right, what's going on for halftime?
Or the commercials.
Dude, I forgot. Well, I mean, this year was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the Bucks just destroyed the Chiefs.
Well, at halftime, well,
Destroyed them.
truth be told, halftime, everyone was still like hopeful, like, oh,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen, But now, as soon as the half started going, everyone's like, oh, wow, like this is fourth quarter hits. You're just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is like getting, it's getting a little more, like not looking as good for the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, but as far as the weekend, I don't think he should judge his career off a Super Bowl halftime show. Although it is a big
No.
deal, it's he's still a good artist. He's still cool. I didn't like that when he went into that like tunnel and he had like the close like
The camera
fish,
on
Yeah.
him,
the
Yeah, he was holding
fisheye
the
camera or whatever. I think maybe they're trying something new, but I thought it was tacky. I thought it was dumb and
Well, like-
pointless.
I like
Um,
the memes though. It's like
the memes,
Well,
yeah.
it's like when your kid gets your phone.
Yeah.
It's
the,
like
the memes are better
Oh,
than the
man.
actual that moment of the Super Bowl halftime show.
I agree with that.
And the masks, basically, the ones that everyone thought looked like jock straps, is from a music video because it was like a plastic surgery thing. Basically, it was supposed to represent false beauty standards with plastic surgery. The people want validation by getting surgery. It's supposed to represent that. So you had
Yeah.
all the people with the
Why was that relevant to his show?
no, it was
Well,
just
no.
it was just art. No, I'm saying that he had music videos and that was the representation of it was his song or
Oh,
music video,
okay.
From-
and it was
from-
just go ahead. And
Go
plus
ahead.
COVID, right? No.
No, from what I've seen, like obviously the "Blinded by the Lights," that song is like super popular, and
Didn't the NFL
Like, in
use that for like Monday Night Football or something like that?
they use that song like they've ran it they ran it on commercials where they were saying he was gonna be on the Super Bowl halftime show, and they had that in the background playing. But he in that music video though, that's the like main one I've seen the most of. Like he's this guy. He looks like he's this guy he's just he's like somebody who's just going crazy, like just he's getting taken over by the like what's like the crazy stuff in life. Like he's getting in his car and he's driving like as fast. He's just hitting the gas pedal as hard as he can. And there's like I saw some video like he's like bleeding from his mouth. Like he just got like he's just going like full speed. Like no inhibitors or anything on him. He's just like living reckless. And I
Okay.
think that's the point of what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that somebody who lets the what is it, like the Hollywood world kind of corrupt you and kind of destroy your life in a way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's trying to get through it and
Well,
survive.
Interesting. Yeah.
Survive through it.
So-
I think that's what he was trying to push, like that message,
Yeah.
like not letting that take
Yeah.
over
And
your
you know,
life.
And I'll be honest with you, I even though he didn't perform the greatest himself, like as far as other than his voice, I mean, I like that it wasn't all about being sleazy on stage or stupid stuff like that. That's trying to get just the oohs and ahs. He was just doing just being him. So I appreciate that because I mean, this one year people were complaining that it was too risque, and then this year like it's not risque enough or whatever. It's like you know what, you can't win every. You
That's true.
Yeah.
So-
and the one thing that I did appreciate for sure is that it wasn't political. It wasn't very political, and like in your face.
Oh,
with-
they
with the
weren't.
halftime
There was no
show.
agenda.
You know,
yeah, exactly.
He wasn't like trying to push. He was just singing his songs.
Yeah, and
you know?
this year they had a million reasons to push whatever was on their mind.
Well, I mean,
and
the
they-
rest of the Super Bowl pushed absolutely everything that they could.
Oh, yeah.
Commercials,
And,
yeah.
You know,
and-
but
and-
the halftime show.
Well, I
was,
think the weekend is like, hey, this is about music. It's a halftime show. People watching the game. They want to get
Yeah.
away from the world. We're trying to get
Yeah,
put-
which is that's what music is kind of for.
and
you
the
know,
su-
and that's
and
what.
to me football's for that too. To get away from
and
the
sports
world. For
Definitely
me,
got that one wrong this
yeah,
year.
and not that messages aren't important. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying sometimes I even want to get away from messages. I just want to get away from everything. I want to just
Yeah.
be on neutral mind where I don't have to think about any problem in the world and just listen to music or watch football. Like I know they're real, but get every problem out of my way. I don't care. I sympathize.
Yeah.
I want to work with this, but let's just get away from the world.
People need an escape.
Yeah,
People need an
exactly.
escape,
Because
and
what
that's
happens
like-
is, even if when you agree with the message, even it's still bringing the outside world into the
yeah,
moment where you're trying to get away, and that's
Yeah.
that's why the weekends. That was your good point. He didn't do any.
Mm-hmm.
He kept it just like we're getting away from the world. Music, baby. That's why I like it.
yeah, yeah.
Oscar, do you have any info?
Yeah, so according to W Magazine, the Weeknd did not get paid for his performance. He paid $7 million. That's per his manager. He paid $7 million out of his own pocket.
So they do pay, yeah.
To perform, but they not a single performer gets paid for their services during the halftime.
I had a feeling. Yep.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought, that's
Because
so weird.
the Super Bowl's like we're the Super Bowl. We can get any artist wants to play on the Super Bowl. You pay us. Yeah, I can. See
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, if
everybody
I
says
mean,
we're not going to do it, then
we're not going to do it. If we're not going to get paid, then how many people would stop watching the Super Bowl? You know,
Dude, well,
like guys watch the Super Bowl but
Because
it's
there's,
like all-
there's
you know,
artists that
there's-
will pay to be on it in front of everyone to get more follow. Dude, they know how it works with the art. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying they know how it works. So
I feel like though, like out of his own pocket, that's kind of weird. I feel like that's something the label should have like picked up. You know?
well, maybe the label's like, we don't want to put that money forward for it. He's like, I do, and they're like, all right, if you want.
Yeah, I
That's
guess,
probably what it
yeah,
was.
It's probably an
Yeah,
individual
but,
contract
you know,
situation.
I
Hold on 1 second though. To say that to get an artist on there though, even though they're paying on there, it's like they're technically the Super Bowl is making money off of that artist jumping on their show. So the artist has to be getting some kind of royalties or
he's
something.
not. Like what Oscar said is he's paying. I mean, I don't know, man.
Unless there's something they sign where they say, okay, Super Bowl can use all my.
I think the Super Bowl
you know.
uses it to say, hey, if you want to have a commercial or play on our Super Bowl, like it's the football, like we're the football. You come to us. We're not trying to play football at your show. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to go to your show and play football. You're coming to play your show. I don't know. Anyways,
They're like, it's our party. You're
Yeah,
just coming over. It's
exactly
like,
something. Okay, so let's get on with the on the set list. We got who should perform in the future. Not like
Future
like,
Super Bowl.
Who do you think would be a great like? Obviously, they're always pushing pop artists. Who is relevant? Because the Super Bowl is not trying to appeal. To be honest with you, to the people that are actually watching the game, they're appealing to everyone else that's just going to the Super Bowl for the party, for the talk, commercials. So
Yeah.
like, you know, because if they were just going to appeal to the football fans, sorry, my phone's going off. What they would do is they'd just go, let's just play some AC/DC. You know, so you got to take into consideration. But aside from that, who do you think would be a great Super Bowl halftime show? Say next year.
Shoot. That's actually that's a really good one. Right
Volume
there.
button.
I'm like
Volume button on the
beep,
phone.
Beep beep. I'm like listening to voicemails. It's like mom.
He's like,
she's
I'm a popular guy.
No, mom's like, Mike, don't forget this. It's like going through everything.
So that's the problem. Is like I have like
sorry, Travis. My phone was going off.
no worries. You know, I have my bias. Like I would like to see like Dream Theater play the Super Bowl. That's never gonna happen. you
No,
know?
it's not.
It's
No
never
offense.
gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
But
That's
that
why-
would be tight. I would love that.
I know, and a lot of musicians would, but
Yeah,
Super Bowl's
yeah.
like we're not appealing to musicians. They aren't.
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
so that's cool. Yeah, Dream Theater is a very progressive rock band
Yeah.
for the listener. The
Well, they're
Mark, oh, what's that?
legendary now.
And they're legendary. Absolutely.
yeah.
They were in my rock history class.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
So-
10, almost 10 years ago. So
Dang.
they're
So Dream
They're
Theater.
an important
Travis
band.
says Dream Theater. Mark.
Oh man, that's tough.
It doesn't have to be a rock band. It can be.
No. I'm just.
I got a few. I got a few
The
actually.
thing I have I mean, the way they do Super Bowls all the time is they always like, you want people to grab your music, like whoever's performing on there, and every time I see a Super Bowl halftime show, the artists they do like a snippet of their song and then they go into another song, and then people that don't even know the artist are like, what is this? I don't even know what's going on. It's like, because you're not playing you're not playing a majority of your song where people can grasp what you play.
Oh, they pick a little segment out of the song, play that.
Yeah,
It's a full mashup.
And then people that are totally clueless about the artist are like, I don't even know what's going on. They're like, I don't even know the music. I don't know anything. And they play they just play 25 seconds. Hold on. They only play 25, 30 seconds of their song. And I'm just like, you can't grasp that artist by doing that. So they need to I think they need to do it more. If an artist gets on there, they should play actually a full song.
Yeah.
Or just 2 songs or something that people grasp that are popular.
That's why Prince's halftime show is probably the best halftime show in history.
Oh, and
He actually did the full song.
He actually played. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
and
Also, just the conditions surrounding.
And this year they didn't. They did not. They did not do any. I don't think any guest artists come in. It was just the weekend. That was different.
And I thought that was kind of it's fine, but I don't know. My biased opinion. I think the weekend is great, but he's not
No, he's not.
He hasn't really made that.
No offense, he's
legendary
not. He's not Eminem. He's not Taylor
a lot
Swift.
Of people
he's not up there yet.
That have played the
I agree,
halftime,
I agree.
and these people a guy like Bruno Mars, who has just almost every one of his songs is a hit.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, almost every one of his songs is a hit. You know who would actually be really cool?
Who?
Actually, it'd never happen again. His songs are too slow.
Trash lives in this fantasy
But
world.
John Mayer,
Oh yeah.
has he
I
ever
don't
played
know.
the halftime show?
I don't think it'd be exciting enough. It'd be like
Exactly.
I
because
think
his songs-
Everybody's a wonderland, and everyone's like,
his songs are too slow. But
It's too soft. It'd be
but,
too soft, I think.
but anyways,
for
but
football.
you got these guys that are legendary in songwriting, and they still bring on a guest performer.
Can you imagine that? It's just John Mayer with acoustic on a little stage. He's like, your body's a wonderland, and everyone's
Everyone's like, yeah, where's the dip at?
Yeah.
It's like,
all right, real quick.
no,
So, but Mark, who would you like to see? Sorry.
I probably will, because I think a lot of people still know who they are. Because rock is it's not as popular right now. Rock and metal, it's
kind of
it's not
burner.
in the mainframe right
It's not
now.
in the main
But I
stream,
mean,
no.
I'd like to see, I've seen it on Facebook and stuff. You even put up I'd like to see Metallica actually headline.
They've earned it, that's
a
for sure.
halftime show.
But
I
like I said,
would.
they got to pay. So maybe they're like, screw that.
But,
They're
it's,
not
but
gonna-
it's Metallica. They're the biggest metal band in the world.
in
It's
history.
like,
Yeah. No, I agree.
You think the Super Bowl would be like, oh no, we want you guys.
No, they're probably stingy. They're
Did they do
probably
a collaboration with Lady Gaga?
yeah, they did. That was for
Oh, that
an
was-
award
yeah,
show.
that
or
was for
something.
the Grammys.
Now they did do
Yeah.
a show on Stephen Colbert. I know they did it after the Super Bowl. But that's different. Actually on the
There's
show.
that's the thing. There's some artists that will do the pre-Super Bowl shows, which is cool. But the halftime show is where everyone's watching.
Yeah.
I think Metallica is legendary enough to where they would get so many viewers. There's a lot. Oh my gosh! All around the world, people love Metallica, and and
I guess the question though is, will that actually help their bottom end? Is that going to contribute to more record sales? Did we just lose it? It's gone.
Malfunction.
Well, our first malfunction. What do we do? Okay, so
Free bird.
People on that are
Free-
listening, it's just a lighting thing. It's not a.
That's it.
So when we say free bird, that means pass a beer. It's a little lingo. See, we do things our way. We're gonna have different terms and sayings. Our colored lights went out. I can't continue the show until the colored lights come
Is
back
it the
on.
thing back there?
Oscar, did you unplug something? I think you did behind you. I think that's what it is. The yellow plug-in. Was it? That's not was it?
Check. We're still here,
Oh,
guys.
it's still on.
Well, something got unplugged. Guys, we can't continue a podcast without the colored lights. Okay, cancel
it's
everything.
back. The light's back.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I was about to say, I'm done. I hate this podcast stuff. I'm not cut out for it.
Can't
Lost
take
the
it
light
anymore,
strip.
man.
Can't take it. The pressure.
Lost the light strip.
Yeah,
serious.
the biggest thing though, I think with problems with Super Bowls is artists where people are like, yeah, but we want everyone to hear all the songs they have and the different music and keep it exciting. I was like, yeah, but actually play a lot of the songs. So
Most of it, so they know.
at least 90,
Well,
80-90% of
It all started with Britney Spears and NSYNC, to be honest with you. But go ahead.
Well, if you think about the people that do have that in the halftime show, most of them have all their songs on the radio.
right.
A 1,000 times a day.
But I get too, Metallica's songs are 5-6 minutes long.
Yeah.
And so it's they could do 2 songs and then be set for the halftime, but I know people are I know some people are ADD and stuff where it's like, oh, I want to see different stuff going on, and so it's hard to get people to be patient and say, hey, listen, actually hear what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because that's when people want to see a show and see an artist. I'm like, you want to hear their music, right? You want to hear
but,
what they're doing.
But they're just trying to make it exciting and changing. But
Right,
you know,
right.
to be honest with you,
But how many times have I watched this halftime show and people around me are like, I don't even know what's going on, or I don't even know what. I don't know the music.
Usually people are like, what? Yeah. So they could do that more often, kind of keep it not too mashed up, not too many changes. But I know if they only have so much time, so I get it. But
yeah, I get it. I get it, but
we're gonna keep this rolling though. With on my side, real quick, with the Super Bowl, like I said, Metallica would be great because I think that's just a band that would register with, especially the football fans, but even just the rock world.
And then they
hey,
can
real quick
feature
though,
Dream
what
Theater.
Oh, Dream Theater.
Dream Theater.
Metallica.
What do
featuring
you
Dream
think
Theater,
Oscar
that'd be
would
tight.
want for?
No, I won't get the Oscar. He's
yeah.
last, guys. He's
Okay.
he's the
I thought you were
couch-
moving on, and I was
No,
like, dude,
no.
we didn't ask
What
him
about
yet.
the couch contributor? No, it's kidding.
Yeah, that's me.
But no, I would say, like I said, Metallica definitely earned it. AC/DC would be amazing. And then I know those are like old school, but like for not new music, but newer. I think, well, unfortunately, Linkin Park couldn't do it, but I think Linkin Park would have been a great
That
one.
would have been
Yeah.
That would have been
so great.
very well earned. I think I do think Taylor Swift is on the verge of being at it soon. She will be, I believe.
It's kind of crazy she hasn't yet.
Yeah, I
How
agree.
does the weekend get on it
Before Taylor Swift, because maybe Taylor Swift's like, I ain't paying money. I'm already big enough. I don't need the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
honestly, like, how did Bruno Mars
Yeah,
get
the
on
Weeknd
it?
paid for himself.
I
Was that 2014?
I was about to say.
Because
What's that?
Bruno Mars, like, he was on it in like 2014, I think.
Yeah,
Was
something
the
like
year
that.
that he
did
headlined?
great. Oh.
But like his career kind of started in 2010.
yeah,
Like he got on it after like just 2 records.
yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
how did Taylor Swift?
it's
not get
weird.
On it yet?
It's all about
know?
money.
Yeah.
I think Eminem would be cool, but I don't, you'd have to censor too much, probably.
Yeah.
but
you know,
but I know he'd be popular. He'd be a huge attraction on it. Or like I said, though, it all comes down if they're willing to pay the money. Oscar, what do you think? Who should be on the Super Bowl in the future, man?
Dude, I would love to see the Foo Fighters on there.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
And you know
Well, that's
what?
a good
Knowing
one.
Dave Grohl, he's gonna have guests for days. Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll probably
Yeah, that
have
would
him
be
on
cool.
there.
That's a good one. Good. Very, very nice suggestion. That didn't even cross my mind. That would be very good too. Okay, so real quick, we'll make this fast. What was the worst halftime show you've seen and the best? I'll go first. I say the worst to me was the Black Eyed Peas. It was a Super Bowl disaster that not even Slash could fix. Coming up out of the ground with a solo. I think he started off with like "Sweet Child of Mine." Came
Yeah.
up like everyone's like, "Who is it? Who
They're
is
like, "Quick,
it?"
save
Something's
this.
coming up. This
Yeah.
fog coming up, and they're like, "It could be anyone." And it's Slash, and some people might not know who it is, but a lot of the like old school people and rockers are like Slash, and even he couldn't save it. It was too gone. It was over. But anyways, that was the worst. The best for me was probably Bruno Mars, and then if I can scan my brain quick, I thought Prince was good. I remember seeing Paul McCartney, but I don't remember much about that. And then, anyways, there's. I don't know. They're all kind of roughly the same. I like Justin Timberlake. I thought that was cool, but a lot of people didn't like it. But I like his music.
Wait, him and Janet Jackson?
No.
no.
After that.
That was.
I really like
last year or the
I really
year
like Janet
before?
Jackson and Justin Timberlake, especially at the very, very end, like when there was like that one pause, awkward moment when this. No. I like when he came back for like 3 years ago for his new album or 2 years ago, I forget. But all right, Travis, real quick, if the worst you can remember, the best you remember.
Honestly, I don't remember the worst because it was unrememberable. So,
Okay,
It was that bad. I don't even
There's,
remember.
No, but some
honestly,
train
like,
wrecks you remember.
No, there's
it's like scars you. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Worst one, I don't know. Best one, probably. Well, I didn't watch it live, but I think the best Super Bowl performance that there ever was Prince.
Cool. He
Yeah.
did great. It was raining too.
It was raining.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
epic.
no,
That
it
made
was
it more
like-
Purple Rain. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That made
Hey,
it
what,
epic.
dude, it
Didn't
was
that
so
make it
perfect.
epic?
It was
Hey,
so perfect.
What Super Bowl was that?
That was
Ryan
I
Anthony
think
Green.
that was 2008 or something
Wow.
like that.
Like,
yeah,
is it
dude.
in fact you guys
dude,
remember?
dude,
Like,
and his.
Well, there's a documentary of it on YouTube,
yeah.
okay,
and they talk about
okay.
how like it was raining.
The
their
fact that
dancers are
rain
in,
is like really
yeah,
how
like
perfect. Yeah.
the stage was super slick. The dancers are in high heels.
Wow.
They're like, hey, too many electronics on stage. Like, probably wouldn't be that good of an idea. And he was like, so
Yeah.
who cares? It's raining.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
And went out there and just killed it.
Yeah.
Killed
Hey,
it.
you know, real quick, another one. Lady Gaga, I think, did really good as far as the like light show and everything. I think it was like there was like drones and stuff. I don't know. It was wild. If I remember correctly, it was really good. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry. Worst and
I
best.
don't. Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably say two. Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas one was probably the worst one I've seen.
And I'm not
because-
trying to knock Black Eyed Peas or anyone that loves them. I'm just talking about the Super Bowl
But
specifically.
I think too, because it was just kind of random, because it's like them, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Is this like save the halftime show button? You know, press it, and Slash comes up like
Viewers
okay.
are dropping. Viewers are dropping.
They're like,
hit
Guns N-
the slash button. They like open this like
Yeah, they're
case
like-
and they
they're
hit
like-
the red button and Slash comes up.
They're like, "Oh, Guns N' Roses now. No, we're
Yeah.
good." No, and it's like
That's what it felt
yeah,
like.
No, and
it was like this can't get any worse. And all of a sudden you see someone rise and you're like, "Hey Slash, it's gonna be a good Super Bowl," and he just didn't have it in him. And it's not his fault. It's just, it was too far gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What if
People
they
that
hit-
actually love that halftime show, they're gonna hate me now.
What if
Yeah.
it got to Slash and he just wasn't there?
the little the little riser comes up. There's no.
He abandoned it. He's like, "I ain't going out there. I ain't
I'm
going
not
out
going to be
there."
associated with this.
Dude.
No way.
By the
No
way,
man.
I actually there are some Black Eyed Peas songs that I like, and I'm not knocking them. I just think the Super Bowl halftime show wasn't good, but
Yeah.
they have some songs that I actually really like. So props to them for just still. I mean, you know,
But yeah, I thought
Cool.
I thought Bruno Mars though, he did really good.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
really
he did.
entertaining. He was like
Yeah.
drumming and singing, playing the instrument. That was great.
Yeah. And okay, so that was actually one of my thoughts about the weekend though. Is like he didn't play any instruments, right?
Yeah.
And he also didn't even dance
Yep.
at all, right? And so literally it was just kind of like the camera just running around with him.
While he's walking
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
While he's kind
You
of
know-
just like while he literally is just singing.
But I think
Yeah,
it's
so-
I think it's fair to say though that no artist should ever judge their career off the Super Bowl or one show or the Super Bowl. You never.
Nah.
So just
Well,
like Black Eyed Peas
yeah.
or The Weeknd or anyone.
I've never seen any of his other shows. Like I've obviously heard his music, but I've never seen any of his other shows. So
Yeah.
does he dance?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I saw him do a little bit of a little Michael Jackson move here or there. I saw
Oh,
some
trying
things.
to.
Okay, well, jeez. All right, real quick, Oscar, favorite Super Bowl halftime show and worst.
Worst, I don't know, but I don't remember 2019. That's all I'm saying.
You must have been like drunk or something. You were probably wiped out.
No, I don't remember who played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
think
was
back
actually
too.
thinking-
I don't
I was
even know if
thinking
I
When I was
remember.
younger, I remembered every Super Bowl. Oh yeah, that year was the Ravens and the Giants, and that year, and now I'm like, it's all like I don't even remember.
Didn't Coldplay do one?
Coldplay did one. Yeah, it was too
was a-
flowery, too many flowers everywhere. I was like, come on, guys.
Favorite or best and favorite? Like honestly, I'm gonna go way back here and pretty
Michael
much
Jackson?
say like,
Michael Jackson had a good one.
jeez, I don't know. Probably Katy Perry because I really liked when she came in on a lion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Katy Perry. Yeah, you forget things, but it's Katy Perry had that big
Yeah,
old
she-
line,
she
dude.
had
That
the
was
I'm
sick.
not a
sick.
big
Coming
Katy
with
Perry
her.
fan, but
That
I have
performance was really
every album. What's that?
That whole performance was really cool with Missy Elliott and everything.
Oh yeah, Missy Elliott came out. I do like when they have special guests and it's like they haven't showed up in a while. And like, oh my god, it's like a wrestling match, like Stone Cold. You know, like someone
out,
rushes
yeah.
in and smacks everyone with a
chair,
chair
clears
and
the
knocks
whole
everyone
ring
out, clears the ring out. That's what I feel like when. Yeah, that was kind of like what Slash was. He like came out like a wrestler and he didn't. But then he got like rock bottomed and then rolled off the ring and was gone. So, anyways. Yeah, that was good. Katy Perry with her big old lion or tiger. Okay, so that's Super Bowl. That was, I think we covered that pretty well. You know, like I say, the weekend. Not, it wasn't horrible, but but if you're a fan of his, like you loved it. If you didn't know much about him, you're like, oh, I don't know, but it's just the Super Bowl halftime show, not a big show anyway. So. Okay, so next on the set list today. By the way, I want to let all the everyone that's watching and listening. This is the morning. Like we're not all morning people. Like a lot of us are. Mark is, but like I go to bed like at 2 a.m. Wake up at like 10. Usually, yeah. So especially as me and Travis probably have the same sleep schedule like that, something like that. Like very late. Wake up like 10, 11. Not 11, but like 10 or 9:30. But today I had to wake up at like 6:45, and dude, like,
Ouch.
dude, like, no, because I want to do research for the show. I wanted to shower, shave, and all that stuff. And dude, I'm not. That's why at the beginning, like, now that we've been warming up and had a couple beers in us, I'm starting to warm up. But at the beginning of the show, I'm like, I'm like sitting here really tired, and I'm like, hey guy, you know, I just felt now I feel the energy coming. Yeah. So it is the morning, so everyone knows. And they're like, you guys are morning drinking. It's like,
It's like, yeah, who doesn't do that on Saturday?
Yes, exactly. I'm off today.
that's kind of our thing at this podcast is we like to have beers, and we will be not judging. We will be rating a local brewery every show. Today, Travis,
Hey,
what is the
Freebird?
Freebird?
Yes, the brewery. I'm assuming that's what you're asking.
Yeah, what's the brewery
I'm
today?
wearing
I forgot
their
to even.
fantastic hat right here.
Oh, you got the hat on.
Hamilton's Brewery.
I should have told them it was
Yeah.
Hamilton's at the beginning, but
Hamilton's.
we're ironing everything out. But
Yes.
thank you.
And
Hamilton.
shout out to Hamilton's because they are local brewery here in
Rancho.
Rancho. We're saying the city. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if we were or not.
Yeah.
I know
or
on some
Alta- or
podcasts
is
they
it-
like
or is it
try to be like
Altaloma?
No, at the
more
beginning
like,
I go, we're in
you know.
sunny Rancho
You didn't
Cucamonga.
say
So yeah,
that.
I want
Yeah.
everybody to
Yeah.
know.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Travis,
Yeah.
but hey, we get a little detailed. It could be Altaloma too. So
Shoot,
I mean,
you know?
technically no.
Hey.
Hey, the that TV show called Workaholics. They're supposed to be based in Rancho Cucamonga.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, okay, so Rancho Cucamonga was actually in Friday, right? The movie Friday.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because I don't
The
know
first one?
Well,
It's next Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Okay.
next Friday. That's the second one.
Yeah, that's the one with Debo.
Yeah,
Not
and
where he's in prison.
no, like I've actually had a conversation with, I don't remember who it was, but they were like, "Wait, Rancho Cucamonga's a real place? I thought that was like a made up name."
Oh, really?
From,
Oh,
from
yeah, yeah.
Friday or whatever.
Dude,
It's like,
we
no,
moved out
like-
here. We were like, that's such like a cartoony name, like Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, it's in a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's in
It's in Bugs Bunny. I
Bugs
think.
Bunny says it. He's like,
Yeah.
well, they said Cucamonga. I think they didn't say Rancho. They say it was used to be called Cucamonga and then
Yeah,
Rancho.
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
you
like,
probably know the history. Y'all know the history. They're native. A lot of market. Yeah.
There's a used to be a sign in Fontana that said Rancho Fontana,
Yep.
and they took that part down. But
Yeah.
because I think like this whole area,
Yeah.
from like Pomona all the way San
Yeah.
Bernardino, whatever. These all used to be just ranches, vineyards and whatnot.
I always thought that name Cucamonga was really weird. When I first heard it, like my uncle that we lived with when we first moved here, like he'd come to
Cucamonga.
when we lived in Iowa, he'd come there and be like, "Yeah, we live in Rancho Cucamonga." He'd say Cucamonga. I'm like, that's such a weird word. I always thought it was a weird word, and not anymore. But I wonder if listeners from other states would be like, "That's a weird word."
It kind of sounds
Cucamonga."
like too, like, do you live up in the mountains or something?
Cucamonga.
Like up more where it's just like more foresty and I don't know. It just that name.
Yeah,
just
I don't.
Cucamonga.
Well, it starts with kook.
Like it sounds like camp. Like it sounds like campground area or something. Cucamonga.
Camp Cucamonga. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like. Yeah, it does. It feels
yeah,
like a Camp
that's-
Cucamonga.
That's a good one.
Hey, we can make a
Um,
Camp Cucamonga. It'd be sick.
But anyways, shout out to Hamilton's Brewery because my old band Indigo Isles, we were, I think, if I have this correct, haven't verified it, but I think we were the first band they ever hired, and they had us play there many times, even way after like we kind of stopped playing or like pursuing like shows
Yeah.
or whatnot. They loved us. They always had us back. Of course, COVID has stopped bands
Yeah.
being able to enjoy playing. So, but shout out to them. They supported us a lot.
Cool.
They are a huge supporter of the live local music scene.
Right on.
So I feel like that would be a good one to.
Absolutely. Yeah, we started off
review
with
their
Hamilton.
breweries.
There's a lot of breweries around, so we're gonna try different ones out, and eventually maybe breweries will start coming to us. Who knows? But we're gonna keep rating a beer. We'll do that. We'll do that down the road in the podcast here. We're about 45 minutes in. So this podcast has no limit, but like the goal was to keep it 2 hours complete max. Roughly around 1.5, but who knows what's going to happen. I just got to play it by ear, but we got a list here. We got the set list we're going down. But yeah, thank you, Hamilton, for for helping Travis's band out and giving him a cool hat and the beers we're about to have later. So
Yeah.
okay, so next on set list is the future of music, especially with bands, because obviously the pop world is on top. Electronics. Just not necessarily guitar, drums. The
Bass.
typical rock format. So the future of music is what we're going to talk about. I think the future of music is, you don't know, because when rock was like Elvis and stuff, they said they thought this was as far as music was going to go. They're like, well, where's it going to go now? No one knew where it could go, and here we are.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be ignorant enough to be like, well, we've done everything. Although it seems like who can think of anything else? There could be something weird that comes out, like what's the Mongolian throat metal came out. I'm like, what was that? Like, so that came out not it didn't come out a few years ago. I learned about it a few years ago. So there's always something else that'll come in, a new angle. But for me, the future of music is still going to be very diverse. Meaning, I still think bands are always going to be there. I think electronic stuff. You're never going to get rid of the human element. You're always going to have a singer. You're going to have someone playing a piano instrument, something with a human element. And I think people need the human element. I mean, if you just have all computers and no person doing something that we can relate to, because you want to relate to the music. And Oscar, sorry, I've been leaving you out for a second.
I forgive you.
Oh, okay, thanks. And by the way, that's not
He's on the couch, so
Oscar the couch. That is not a condenser mic, by the way. So if you want to talk, you might have to talk into it. But yeah, by the way, Oscar's drinking Trulies. We forgive him.
Thank you.
If it was a White Claw, we might be like, cool, but let's see. But anyways,
Truly, I don't
future
know.
music. I think even with all the digital and everything like getting more technology and stuff, I still think there's always gonna be room for a guitar, real drums. I really think the elements of the human experience in music is always gonna be there.
Organic music, yeah.
Organic.
Now, and I'm totally biased on this one. But the one thing that you can never take out, like take off a stage legitly, is drums.
No. I mean, a beat.
And so, and I think 21 Pilots proved that. Like he, the I forgot the singer's name, Tyler or something. Produces everything, records it all, does it all on backing tracks, picks whatever instrument he wants to play for the song. But he saw the need to have a live drummer on stage because, like the cymbals, the simmer of the cymbals, the kick,
it can't
those
be
elements,
replicated as
the push and pull.
It's organic and it's
of
a human
live drummer.
And
people,
people,
even if your tracks are perfectly in time, having a drummer that's
a little off.
Even even
The
if
live
even
experience.
if you're like
Dude,
a perfect drummer
absolutely.
like Neil Peart, you still have little milliseconds that are on off.
That's the thing.
Dynamics.
When something's too produced, when something's too perfect, or too produced, humans can't relate as much to something that has a little bit of this or that. Like
Offness, a little
some of my
offness to it.
favorite music is like raw, and not because I'm like, oh, I just don't like it professional. It's like, no, it's raw because I feel the human element in it, and we relate. It's a relating kind of thing. So future music, what do you think? Real fast.
So, well, I have a couple of different things right here. Because you said, where can we go from now? And I think that's a very good question. Where can we go from now? Because it feels like we've done everything. But you see that in the '60s, you had the Beatles, and they completely changed the landscape.
Yeah,
right.
It kind of went from the blues country to like more crazier stuff. Yeah.
In the '90s, you had like Nirvana coming out.
Grunge,
and grunge, and that kind of like
and punk researched in the 90s
exactly.
from the 70s.
All that stuff. And so it's like now it's like 2020. So it's like that's 60s, 30 years later.
Yeah.
90s, 30 years later,
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And we started 2020 with the pandemic where there's a bunch of kids that all they're doing is just practicing their instruments right now.
That or
So-
learning how to make beats and
I feel like in the next like 2 to 3 years,
5 years too,
something's going to come out
different,
that's going to completely just take the industry by
the
storm.
pandemic has the good thing about pandemic, it's made people think differently and make people have more time in their hands to do stuff to
learn new skills.
So it actually it probably rerouted the way history would have went. So who knows what's going to happen out of it? So who knows? It could be more electronic, but there'll always be the human element. That's what you're getting. That's what I'm saying.
I think there will always
And
I
everything-
think 21 Pilots kind of proved that. Like,
And
having that live element, you could have just 2 guys on
Yeah.
stage, but still having like that legit live element
And
makes all the difference.
And everything comes back around again. Like music. Seriously, like
It does,
because
yeah.
people forget about it, right?
does.
Or like the younger generations, they're like they don't know as much about it, and then all of a sudden it comes back around
It's
in a
fresh.
different.
It's fresh
Yeah,
to
it's
them.
fresh in a different angle, and they're like, "Oh, this is so cool," and then the parents are like. That was like what I was listening to, but they see it at a different angle, and it comes back around with a new artist. So music is cool; it refreshes. The cool thing I will say about rock music, though, obviously we're all in rock bands, so of course we're biased. But is although it's not always at the very front of the mainstream, it keeps a constant, and I don't think it'll ever go away. Like for live music, there's always gonna be live rock band. It's not gonna go away. It might change, but
That's one thing that I actually appreciate about playing in a country band now
Mhm.
is in the country scene, live music, having a full like
Yeah.
band of musicians is a very common thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And they appreciate that, and people get up and dance and do all that kind of stuff. You know, so it's like it's actually really cool to see like what country's doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I love them seeing it morph, but they're still I mean they're rapping sometimes, but they're still keeping the country
Element.
So
Yeah.
it's country.
Oh, I mean, you still have at least 2 guitars on stage, a bassist.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah.
a keyboardist, a drummer, of course.
I
You know.
I still think it's an exciting time for music because we don't know what's gonna happen. That's why I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
Mark, what do you think about the future of music?
Oh man. Well, back to when you guys were saying how they used to say, "Oh man, music is it's hit its peak where it's like, oh, there's nothing else that can be done." And I mean, I see, in rock music or metal, you see bands going to 7-string, 8-string guitars because 6-string guitars, they're thinking, "Oh, we can only do so much."
And now,
And-
they're trying
and-
to
But
change
connecting
it.
that with like how much information is transmitted nowadays, like so fast, and everyone's learning new things so much faster now, where it's just like
You got to keep it
back
fresh.
back then they didn't know it's easier when information's not going as fast, transferred around as fast, where you can say, "Oh, we don't know what's going to happen." But now that it is, it's like once something new hits, it's like it seems like almost it's like it doesn't last as long because something new is always popping up.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
popping up. So
yeah.
now sometimes I wonder if it's just going to be a circle, like things are going to be recycling around and around constantly because it's like there's always something like someone's going to be like, "Oh, now classic rock is cool again. Now this is cool
Hey,
again. Now that's cool
classic
again."
rock is always cool.
But I'm using that as an example, but I'm saying like an actual like something that's like new, like a new type, like
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
a new style.
Yeah.
I think it's harder with the way information is so, like I said, just
Yeah.
so fast today.
Well,
it's harder to.
What?
I
it's-
feel like have something new
Yeah,
because
well,
someone's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that." because it's
Music
already-
can't. Let's put it this way: music cannot get heavier, and it can get softer. So it's because it used to be in the old times, it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. But now it's like music is literally have to get more creative. That's all it is. Like for instance, the way maybe people sing, like rappers would be like like 5-6 years ago they started doing like. They started new trends of phrasing or wording, which became popular, and that became that time period in music. So there's always going to be they're going to twitch things to where it's just different the way you sing or the way you do things or the way you anything or effect, auto tune. There's always going to be something that gets thrown in the mix to alter it a little bit. But everything comes around in different circles.
But it's like like bands. Yeah, some bands they'll try something like completely completely different, and then there's bands where it's like as long as the songs are good, and as long as they're being,
timeless music.
No, but as long as they're being themselves, and
it's going to register.
Right, it's going to be good music.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. I can't say I'm not going to say there's nothing else that can be done. Of course there can. I'm just saying that. Right now, today, because information is transferred so fast,
it comes down
it's like
to
when something new comes out, it's like it's only new for so long, and then it's like,
yeah.
everybody's getting it right away.
Yeah. But I will say this: I think every artist, if you sound like yourself and no one sounds like you, even if it's just with an acoustic guitar and your vocals. I mean, like, acoustic and vocals is it's been overdone. It's like, well, if they sound a little different and they, that's all that matters. So, everyone has a different voice. Different voices come along. Everything. I'm never gonna be ignorant enough to say we've done everything in music. We haven't.
Right.
Trust me.
Well, I
in
mean,
20 years, you're gonna be like,
There'll
wow,
be something.
yeah.
Well, we
yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
even explored every possibility for, for stories and movies and whatnot.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. I mean,
Like,
who would have thought of the Marvel Universe movies back in the 70s? I mean, come on. It's like
I feel like saying is music, is there any future for music that's different? That's like saying, okay, well, is there any possibility to have,
yeah.
to have a kid that's going to grow up and be an individual?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like this. The way I look at it is like this. You know how when you see someone's face, they always say this: you cannot generate a face in your mind that isn't part of what you already seen. So you can't think of. I mean, you can think of a face with different people's attributes you've seen in life, but there's some facial features that you've never seen that once you see it, that's the only reason it's in your mind. So what I'm saying is music, we're like, we can't go anywhere. But once somehow it is created, you're like, oh, just like faces. I know that sounds really, it's a weird comparison I'm trying to make, but like they said your mind can only conjure up faces and or traits of other people you've seen.
It's like when they say when it snows out, every snowflake is different design.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like millions of them.
You ever see a person and you're like, I've never seen that feature before. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
That's really wild when you see that. You're like, I mean, you see people a lot and you go, I've seen that feature, you know. I mean, everyone has their own face, but like, but sometimes you'll see someone like, I've never seen that, and it makes them like unique or like peculiar in a good way to you. Yeah, so it's really kind of cool. I think that's people are attracted to things that are
not normal
that they've never seen before. Yeah, that's true. That's why. Yeah. But then it gets common. Anyways, Oscar, what do you think music's going, man?
It's going.
All right. No,
and that's why you're on the couch.
It's evolving for sure.
All right. Anyways, go ahead, man.
Bad answer.
It's evolving for sure. It's weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, elitist wise, like unless you're open minded, it's going to continue evolving. There's going to be a lot more electronics to it and stuff like that. When you're talking about the mainstream stuff, it's gonna change.
Yeah.
And just like touching base on what Travis had said about, you know, going from the Beatles to, you know, more modern day stuff like Trivium and Slayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there's going to be a change, and depending on how open minded you are, you know, it's up to you to adapt to it and listen to it for what it is, or just be like, I'm going to listen to Motley Crue.
Exactly. Well, some people are so attached to what they like that if something new comes in, they're not used to it, so they go, bleh. That's the thing. You got to being open-minded doesn't mean abandoning your core, but it means like maybe there's a reason why they made it. Maybe I can like it. Let me hear it a little bit.
Well, that's like when people have like guilty pleasure music where they're like, oh, this is good, but I don't want to admit, like I wouldn't out loud say it's good.
Yeah, like me in boy bands. I
love
it, singing Backstreet Boys. I love it. I'm sorry. I love the '90s boy band. I love the music.
Your boy band. It's an ad that's popping up on YouTube like all the time.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
No, but like, what would you name it though?
I have no idea. Probably.
No, but there's
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party, maybe.
Oscar, what were you gonna say, dude?
Nothing.
Oh,
sorry, Oscar. I know.
Because I was starting to talk too, and he's like, "Oh."
Anyways, it's just the couch contributor. By the way, I can't wait for the future shows with couch contributors because although we give them a lot of crap, that's the position. You got to be ready to take it. They're actually really I think they're going to be some of my best friends, some of the people that are not best friends, but people that I feel like can contribute and we can give a little bit of grief to, and they're not going to get too mad at us, right, Oscar?
I'm mad at you.
Oh, he is mad. Hey, remember that one time I accidentally shot you in paintball and you're on my team?
Yeah, I remember you.
Okay, we're going to have to tell that story later on. That was great.
Dude, I did that to my buddy one time.
Oh, dude, he popped around a corner. Oscar was like this, and he's on my team. I go, ah! I nailed him, and dude, the look in his face was complete betrayal. He's like,
"No,
Mike, why would you do this to me?"
But Mike playing paintball is like a squirrel running around. Like they're
I shoot
afraid all
anything.
The time. Mike, what? I forgive you, but I ain't forget.
Oh no, dude.
So next time he's gonna be watching,
dude. But the look on his face when I shot him was like the most betrayal look ever. He's like, "I'm on your team," and those hurt when you get hit with a paintball.
Oh yeah. So one time, like I was probably like 12, 13 years old, right? Yeah. And I was out there kind of, you know, very just scared.
Trying to be Rambo.
Yeah. More like scared, you know? Like, you know, I was kind of a little bit more like on the wimpy side. And my buddy was in front of me, and we were behind this bunker, and he was like, "Hey, cover me." I was like, "All right, cool." So I like start shooting up, right?
Yeah.
And then he stands
You hit him. I'll cover you. I'll take you out. Friendly fire.
He stands
Friendly
up.
fire.
I shot him in the back there.
Dude, I'm sorry. Hey, and did you ever wonder if that happens? I mean, not to make light of it, but like I'm sure that could happen in actual real war. Like
that actually does happen.
That's sad. That's super sad.
No, in real combat, friendly fire.
Yeah, that's sad, dude. That's so sad because you're like you're like you don't feel scared around your team, but then oh my god, I can't even imagine. Anyways, I don't want to get too dark and on that because it brings me down. But I did friendly fire Oscar in paintball, and he hasn't. I know he forgives me, but every time I see him, I see that little look in his eye where he didn't forget. So
Just wait till we play paintball again.
yeah.
Oscar, you're like,
He's just gonna be on my team. He's like, I want to be on Mike's team, and then I'm gonna be like, he's gonna be like gunning me down. I'm like, stop. He's like, how does it feel?
he's like, I still have that welt.
Please, no headshot. No headshot.
Anyways, hey, we are at the minute mark. We're at the hour mark. It is time for a pee break. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're humans, so
I'm
let's
right. with
let's
Do we
you.
cut.
have Jeopardy music or what?
we have this. That means pee break.
Okay.
Now does that now only if you could hear that while taking a pee? I mean,
What's that?
if you could hear that while taking a pee.
No,
I
this
mean,
is what I feel when I take a
talk
pee.
about relaxing.
Hey, after drinking a lot of beer and you take a pee, this is what it feels like.
yeah.
That's for damn sure. That's for
All right,
damn
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these buttons. Okay, let's take a real quick pee break, and then we'll edit that, and then we'll come back and boom. All right, so we are back from the pee break. We've had too many free birds. Free bird is the way to say "pass me a beer" here on our show.
This is the way.
We're creating the show as we go. We're like, this is what we do now on the show. This is what we're gonna do now on the show, dude. So bear with us, guys. You're along with the journey with us. This is the first one, and this is gonna be painful at times and fun at times. And okay, so on with the show. Does anyone need a free bird?
I'm okay. At the
No, I'm
moment.
set, man. I'm good.
I am truly fine.
Oh, you got a Truly from Oscar.
Freebird, I got me. Thank me.
No, so Oscar brings Trulies because he's too cool for Coors Light. That's I swear by the beer as far as my Pacer beer. That's what.
There's an excellent clip of Mike where he says Coors Light's got a bite to it.
I mean, I'd drink this if I was a millionaire.
Yeah.
Mr. Shooney, is that your favorite beer?
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation. No, Coors Light is just to me has more of a bite than like I. Wait! You didn't let me finish. Wait, Coors Light is the beer that you can just go on and go and keep drinking, and you can eat with it. It's like an all around just like
Yeah.
casual beer.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So, like water.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone. I love Coors Light for the bite.
I
It's such a
recently.
bite to it. No, I mean,
You should be the
you had-
spokesperson.
well, like I
dude.
said,
Seriously.
you didn't let me.
It's got a bite.
You didn't let me finish though. It's
Bud Light's trash
oh.
compared to its original counterpart, Budweiser. Budweiser is the king of beers, for sure. It's the king of beers.
I don't like any of them personally. Yeah.
But like,
I like an IPA.
but
I
are
do
you,
like
are you
IPA.
I like a stout, baby.
But
I
there's-
like my
there's-
beer nice
well,
and
okay, and
black.
I was on the bro. Okay, so there's a podcast called Bro Duder, and Bro Duder was the first like really legit podcast I've been on. I mean, as far as their cameras and lights, and I was like, this is cool. And we were talking about beers, and I said Coors Light has a bite, and they all started laughing. They didn't give me a second to explain compared to Bud Light. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say it, but people weren't giving me a chance.
Nobody cares about the actual story.
I know they care about the stupid.
He's like,
Care about
no,
you saying
but Mike wasn't
Coors
like,
Light's got a bite.
but he wasn't like, I buy it for the bite.
I
It
don't
wasn't
buy it
that.
for the bite, but compared to Bud Light's more smooth. Because I think you could compare those two beers as I think the battle of the top light beers is Bud Light and Coors Light. I do. That's my opinion.
Dude, Miller Lite.
Miller Lite's good. I like Miller Lite.
They're actually lighter. They got 96 calories,
Compared to what, 104, 102?
something like that.
Truly's got kind of a bite to it.
Hey, Truly gets the job done.
But anything that's carbonated, is
And,
going to give you that little bite. So
Hey, you know what though? We'll have to have a White Claw episode too. Like
White Claw.
what
Only
is
White
what is
Claw,
more
yeah.
carbonated?
White Claw is not as good as some of the seltzers though. White Claw is just it's just super sugary compared to some of them, but it has the memes and that's why.
I think the Corona seltzers are the best.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. Because there's no carbs, no sugars,
Really.
but they still got like a good flavor.
Oh
to
yeah,
them.
oh yeah, dude.
And
Bud
they're
Light
still
makes a
up
good
there with
seltzer
the,
too. Bud Light makes a good seltzer. They all do. I mean, they're all,
Yeah.
natural Light. Oh, Natty has like a big old like tall cans, and they're actually really good and they're cheap and everything. Anyways,
Dude, if anyone asked me a seltzer, I'd just be like, I kind of like them all.
I kind of like them all. You must
I mean,
really
they all,
like
They
them.
all
all kind of
taste
just
similar.
taste like bland.
It's got to be your
Yeah.
seltzer.
You know,
So,
It's a fruit
flavored.
stripe gum of fruit striped
Just
gums.
so we're on
of,
the same page, I do
drinks.
drink
Yeah.
whiskey.
You know.
what's that?
I do drink whiskey too, so there's
Oh, yeah.
some
I mean,
sort of manliness inside of
Yeah, I'd pick whiskey over.
dude, I put up a meme of the girl holding up the
Seltzers.
guy in her arms. It says when you drink White Claw and your girl drinks whiskey, and it was funny. I had somebody that got offended. Literally, they said it was insensitive to people's drink choices, and to take a drink and put it and to assign it to a gender. It's very insensitive. He said that to me. I'm like, dude, it's a meme. I drink White Claw. Like, it's like
That
chill.
right there.
You know
That right
what?
there. That's what you would call a pussy.
A former person of interest actually tagged me in that on
Yeah,
Facebook.
dude. Like everybody laughed. Like it wasn't like a. It wasn't like a. And it was just like, dude, I drink White Claw, dude. It's funny. Like, laugh. Everyone should just laugh and get
This
loosen
is
up.
why comedy is dying.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So that
People
I mean,
are too
I'm not
sensitive
knocking
about-
that guy too much, but like, it's like, dude, chill out. Anyways, on with the set list.
All right.
Sorry, we got to keep on moving. So, right now we're gonna deal with the do-it-yourself without a record label for bands. Like you for years it's been gotta get on a label. Now it's all of a sudden you can do it on your own, and we're gonna use the rapper Tom Macdonald kind of as a reference point. We're not gonna talk too much about him, but use him a little bit as to say how he's doing it. Right now, real quick, Tom Macdonald is a rapper from Canada. He basically moved to California to do his thing, kind of like Mark and I with 22 Salute. And he is the #1 emerging artist on Billboard right now. And he has no label, basically has no influence of a PR team. He has no guidance from a marketing firm. He's just
No backing really at all.
yeah, just him and his girlfriend. So, and they do everything, and they make music videos, and it's very like you'd be like, wow, they're not like in a big studios or anything, but you watch his videos, you watch his music videos, and you're like, you
Well, a
wouldn't.
good amount of production. That's
You
going
wouldn't
into
know
this,
that
for
he
sure.
wasn't on a
quality's
label.
good.
Yeah,
The quality-
because
Yeah.
these days you don't necessarily have to have the record label is becoming more obsolete. That's the truth. It is. So, in 10 years from now, I would be surprised if record labels exist. I'm serious. Like right now, it's like you can blow up on your own, and that's cool because that gives hope to people that are like, instead of like, I'm a great artist, but no, my whole career relies
label
on
wants me.
if this label wants me or not. It's like that's not
Yeah.
how to live a life of anything. It's like in today's world is so great because back in the old days, you had in order to make it big in music, you had to come up seriously. And the older back we go, the more harder it was. You have to go through the TV scene, which is about this big, the tube to get into, or the line, the pipeline to get into the music industry was this big, and you had to go through MTV. You had to go through somethings because there wasn't otherwise you were underground. But to be big, it wasn't internet. There was no internet. So imagine how hard it was then compared to now. But now there's so many layers and avenues of music careers that it's endless. So I think we're in a great time for music in that sense of. Labels are becoming more obsolete, and I'm so happy because labels have been screwing artists for years, and I think it's a great thing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot to mention that Tom Macdonald was a former professional wrestler.
Yep,
he
yep.
was a former professional wrestler,
He had a punk band too.
dude. The guy,
I believe.
I mean, he's pissing people off lately with a lot of his not political, but his stances on things, and people are getting anyways, he's doing his own thing, and people say he's clickbait because he's just trying to rattle the cages to get known, and it's been working.
Honestly, like, so I was thinking about him last night and having a conversation with my dad. And honestly, when it comes to like his political views, I feel like what he's doing is he's saying everything that you're not allowed to say, while only saying facts that nobody can deny.
It's kind of what Eminem did, in a sense, in the '90s, where people hated the way he was saying things. Although Tom Macdonald is nowhere near as crude, or he's not as vulgar as Eminem was, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's kind of the same thing where you start rapping about something that people don't like, and they want to shut you and silence you. Eminem dealt with that in the '90s. Now, Tom Macdonald is the #1 rising artist on Billboard, and he is getting that now. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I like his verses and his raps. His choruses are like catchy, but they're kind of generic, almost cheesy, generic. I will say that.
I was
so
thinking about that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
more like on a production
Yeah,
standpoint. His courses.
his
could
courses
be
are
a little bit more.
they're a little
like,
cheesy.
melodic and,
Yeah, they're a little
expressive.
they're a little predictable, cheesy. They're catchy, but they're not like super. Yeah, but his verses are what I think he stands out most on. He has face tattoos. He has crazy stuff going on. His image is definitely
Dreads.
Yeah, it definitely
Or
catches people's
cornrows,
eyes.
whatever.
But I'm just impressed by his the way he did it all DIY, do it
Yeah.
yourself. Everything, no team, just him and his girlfriend. They literally work out of their like house. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty cool to see someone rising without a label, and I think that should give hope to any artist out there saying. And even with 22 Salute, for a while, we were feeling like you have to wait around for a label, blah blah blah. You don't. Just do it yourself. No, just screw it.
Yeah.
Man, it doesn't. I mean,
Absolutely.
and plus with technology and everything, you can and people that are more into technology, like my buddies here running our team. You know, people you come along people that just know what they're doing and they come and help you out and like right now, what we're doing right now back in the 90s would have been you would have to have insane
Some kind of production behind
connections,
you.
production. Yeah. Right now we have our buddies putting all together this. Yeah, we got. So, oh, by the way, real quick for everyone listening, we got Anthony Simmons. Okay, sorry, and then Ryan Garcia helping out with the team. Ryan, get your face in there real quick. Come on, throw you in there. There you go, it's Ryan. Okay, so thank you guys so much. This would not be possible if they weren't here running the camera and the visual aspect. We kind of got the audio down on our own. About died doing it because I'm not a big tech guy, so it was a lot of work for me. And Travis actually helped out a lot with it. And but these guys are taking care of the visual and everything, and without them, this would not be as cool. And they're awesome equipment. So thank you guys. But just like what we're doing right now, this wouldn't have been possible even in the early 2000s as much. It'd be a lot harder. Now everything's more. With technology, everything's easier and not as expensive, so we can do stuff like this, and bands can do, and artists can do stuff like this without having to go through a label to get anything done, which is very, it's a lot of freedom in that.
And talk about the use of like social media and YouTube and whatnot for getting your name out there, getting it around.
Yeah.
Without needing millions of dollars in marketing that record labels used to provide.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you can. If you have good content, like it'll circulate.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah,
and I mean, you could see from a lot of these bigger companies, they'll kind of work their algorithms to where like it favors people that are putting more money behind their stuff or that have
to help them make money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But still, you can organically generate a following even on the other side of the world nowadays. So it is a really good time for music.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting because who knows what's going to happen. Anything can happen. Real quick, though, go back to Tom Macdonald. He is number 8 on iTunes, like in general. He's number 8 with his song Fake Woke.
It's a good song.
Yeah, and he has some other good. He has a song called Canceled, which is actually really good, too. And dude, he has like 4 songs on the top, like, 20 on iTunes or something like that. So dude, this guy's coming up fast. Like I said, I don't know how long it'll last, but for doing it all on his own, I'm super impressed.
But
and actually, I will take some tips from what he's done.
You see what he's he has multiple songs on the top, top 10 right now?
Top something on iTunes. But no, Billboard, he is number 1 emerging artist. I think on Billboard he's like 70 or 80 something because Billboard is like the ultimate like what is like of everything. So
what's the trend? Yeah.
Or like, but he's on that Billboard. But as far as emerging, he's number 1 on iTunes. He was number 1 actually on iTunes with Fake
Right.
Woke. Now he's 8 with Fake Woke. But anyways, he's been all over the boards and the charts.
The fact that he's he's moving up like that is a testament to people not being able feeling that way. Like when artists obviously when they connect with the crowd.
Yeah, well, that's why he's blowing up.
With
he's connecting with people that are tired of the same rhetoric. He's kind of
the people that aren't saying what he's saying. There's a lot of people that want to say that, and because he's saying it,
and
I connect with this.
I will admit he does say some things where I'm like, ooh, like that's gonna piss people off. I will say that. So I give him props for just sticking his neck out there, doing it on his own. He's making his way up. And I think it gives a lot of hope to artists that don't. And I've realized this not even slightly recently is like stop waiting around for labels anymore. I mean they need to become obsolete more and more, and they will. So they have the connections. That's what labels anymore. It's the connections.
On that note, I think like the big thing for record labels though, big thing for any artist, any up and coming artist is you have to be able to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do it yourself. You have to be able to get as much done on your own as possible. And that is what is attractive to a record label.
Yeah,
Right.
No,
So-
exactly.
But like the days of like just being a really good songwriter or having, being an excellent singer.
They're not going to pick you up unless
Those-
they want to see results.
Yeah,
Results.
exactly. Unless they see that like you can generate some income for yourself.
because-
they can take that what you
Yeah.
have and they can expand on it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that they can make some money.
Well,
for
here's the thing:
themselves.
you could be the best singer and guitarist in the world, but the thing is, they don't care about that. They are you selling? Do people like it? That's all they care about because they care about the money. But like I said, you could be the worst singer in the world, but people love you. They're like,
Well, it
they
goes
don't
back.
care.
Well, it
They're
goes
like,
back to the.
they think you suck, but they're like, hey, all these kids or everyone else loves you, so come on, we're gonna make some money off this. That's all it is.
Dude, but it
Plus-
goes back to when we were talking about music, where music's going. It's like it's still the song. It's still the
Yeah.
how good the song is.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what matters most.
I don't think record labels ever become obsolete because they definitely do have. They're basically like an investment company,
Yeah,
Like
they
you
have the
can-
money, they
you
have
can
the connections. I
Have a
get
great
it.
idea for a business, and you have the product, you have the somebody that's going to
May-
manufacture.
maybe
it.
not-
You got the entire thing down, but you still
But
need
Not
you still
obso-
need that extra
yeah, but
push in
not,
order to actually
not
achieve your
obsolete.
dream.
But the more we get more technology, the more we learn about how we can promote and market. Labels are getting smaller and smaller. And one day,
which I do think that's a really good thing. There's definitely a level to where it's like, okay, I'm doing this, that, and that.
Yeah.
Why am I going to give you 90%?
Exactly.
So
It's like-
now it's like I can do these things, but I need help in these areas, and
Yeah.
let's work up a contract to where I'm winning, you're winning.
Yeah.
Right, with the record
Yeah.
label, obviously, you're never going to have a situation where a record label is going to sign a contract to where they're losing.
Yeah.
So,
but
But they can help
and
you
also-
win even more.
Yeah. But if
While they are still
you
winning.
only depend on a label to make it, it's not fair because the labels, although they have an idea, they don't know everything.
Yeah.
Because you can't. It would suck that you never had a career in music because these labels just weren't saying how it could blow up. But you knew in your heart it could blow up. So you're like, okay, I'm going to do it on my own. And then you blow up. And the labels are like, oh, now let's latch on to them. So, I mean, I understand artists being like, middle fingers, like, you guys rejected me and now I'm doing my thing. So
It's like
hey,
they go where the money goes.
labels are I mean, they can be cool, but they also can be a bunch of dirtbags too. So it is a whole big thing. Anthony's out. Anthony, hey, thank you so much, buddy. Anthony Simmons is leaving the house, but he's a part of the crew. He has to get to another shoot, actually. But Anthony, thanks so much, man. Hey, we'll see you soon. But we still got Ryan Garcia on the scene, taking care of it. Yeah.
Bye.
So,
Right on.
but yeah, so that's the whole thing about do it yourself. Now I think it's very empowering to artists, and I'm super excited about that.
And there's some really great podcasts out there that do talk about like how to do it yourself. in the
I don't
music
want to listen to those podcasts. I want our viewers. No, I'm
scene.
joking.
Well, no, I mean, like let's just be real though. Like this
Listen
is
to
kind of like
us.
more
I'm
like
joking.
a general,
I'm joking.
like a general. We're
Yeah,
gonna cover a lot
totally.
of like what's happening in
I know,
music,
I know.
But there's a lot of guys that their specific thing is like music law, and what's going on with technology companies as far as like YouTube and Spotify and what they're doing, the algorithms that they're
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that like if you guys aren't already doing it, if you're an artist out there that isn't educating yourself, start educating yourself.
Yep.
You definitely need to be consuming information about how you can move your career forward when it comes to the business side of things, and not just
The art.
waiting for somebody to come
Exactly. Yeah. You got to start, and it's all at our fingertips now. So you got to start researching on how can I promote on my own? How can I market on my own? How can I do this on? So just do it. DIY is the way to go in my opinion right now. If you're not sure if a label's going to pick you up, because don't ruin your career because you're just waiting for that label, because sometimes they might not come around. Do it yourself, and then if they do come around, it's because you were doing it on yourself. So just don't worry about that bridge till you get to it. So just do you and be you. Try to make a career out of yourself, especially today. And label comes around, they come around. I'm not saying by the way, I'm not saying labels are bad. Who knows? I mean, I would if a big label came up to us, we might sign too. But I'm just saying, don't assume they are. So just go all out on your own until they come around, if they do. So, Oscar, anything on that? Any last words on the whole DIY for bands and artists? And
You know what? It's probably going to be better off now because with like the new age of streaming music online,
Yeah.
you're getting like everyone's just listening to your stuff as it comes, as opposed to like having to go out and buy an album. So record labels are actually probably losing money from that.
Absolutely.
So realistically, the do-it-yourself stuff, like Tom Macdonald is the second artist that I've actually heard of that has done that. First being Tech9, who's been independent since the beginning.
That's sick.
So, and he's probably one of the biggest underground rappers out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like realistically, like
It's
the do-it-yourself thing, you just got to push to make it happen.
And you got to be very motivated, and you got to research. And here's the thing, though, you don't have to fit a certain standard the record label says we have to have in order to make this X amount of money. You can be your own thing and still find your niche or find your crowd. So I'm super excited for the world of music because it's not as much as people might think. It's not run dry. It's not stale. It's things are gonna keep coming. All right, moving on real quick. So I hope everyone's having a good time watching, by the way. Like I said, this is the first episode. There's always going to be revisions on what we do, how we do it. But for now, we're just going to, wing it. We got, how far are we in the show right now?
You have to make the mistakes in order to learn from them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. If you expect a perfect podcast right now, you ain't going to get it. So... So we're at 1:24, hour and 24 minutes. I think 2 hours would be the absolute cutoff. So we still got to do a couple more segments, and then the brewery rate. We're gonna have a local brewery. We're gonna taste their beers. It's gonna be super fun. But anyways, real quick, next on the set list we have new technology and music. We don't have to stay on this too long. I'm gonna start it off. There's a thing called pop-utar, like guitar, but popular guitar, but pop-utar. So anyways, so what this is
Totally original.
I know, it's cool. It's a Chinese company called Beijing Shigan Technology, or Pop-U Music is their company name. They have a smart guitar, like a smart TV or a smartphone or a smart car. They have a smart guitar. And basically it has LED lights on the neckboard. And basically you hook it up to your phone app, and it tells you where to go in the song coming up.
So it has
if
these
you're in a-
songs. It has the songs transcribed.
Yeah,
to
so
put
if
on.
you're in a band, I'm guessing this is how they explained it. I've never played one, but I looked at its reviews and everything, and I saw a video of it. Basically, as the song, imagine that became the normal thing. A cover band wants you to fill in for a show, right? They know you have the chops, and you're like, I don't know the songs. We'll use the pop-utar, and then all of a sudden during the show, it'll like pop up what's next, and you're like, oh, there I go.
You know how much crap you would get if you showed up to
I
the
know.
show
Okay.
with a guitar that's telling you
No,
what
like for
to
practice.
I
practice.
know.
Oh my god.
Well, for practice.
That's the new technology. So actually, they say Pop-utar says you can learn a song in 5 minutes. That's what they're saying. But here's the thing: a review by TechNode said there's a TechNode, a review from the company TechNode, or the publishing company, or the whatever TechNode said it did not live up to the 5-minute promise, but it's still a good way to learn how to play. They say, but if you want to get to the Santana levels, like Carlos Santana, you probably need a real teacher. That's what they said. So this thing is good for very beginners. You won't learn a song in 5 minutes, they said. But I say no to it. Be honest with you. I know I'm not trying to be like an old man, but I'm like, dude, you don't need.
Well, I mean, you have a valid point though. You're a music teacher.
I mean, yeah.
You know,
by the way, I give guitar lessons, so yeah.
I'm a music teacher too, and I feel like the one thing that we see all the time in the music industry is like trying to make learning an instrument like the easiest thing in the world. And the fact is, it's just not.
Yeah, right.
It's just not, you know?
Patience is not easy to come by.
Exactly.
So.
It does take patience. It doesn't matter what it is that you have. So like right now, like my nephews, they're learning how to play piano. And on their piano, they're using the Musician app, which I think that it's a great app, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I really think it's a great app. But the thing about it is that app gives you the ability to need that app in order to play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a
Instead of like
crutch.
figuring it out more.
Yeah, it's a crutch. Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So
And so they figured it out to where it's like there's like ways to where you can, make it super easy.
Yeah.
Or you can go more of like a traditional learning style. And so I always walk by them and tell them like, hey, like you have to take the music notes and you have to turn off these settings in order so that they look like real music notes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not actually gaining any real knowledge.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm not saying this so I get more customers and people don't stray away from real teachers. But the truth is, a real teacher is going to give you what you really need. There's going to be apps and stuff that say make it easier, learn it. Like I see all kinds of ads on YouTube saying, "Are you tired of the same old YouTube things playing this? Try this." It's like, dude, it's just all the same thing. Plus, if your will's not in there, it doesn't matter. I've had guitar. You can be the best teacher or the best app. If the kid doesn't want to learn, or the person doesn't want to learn, or they're just like, they're not going to learn.
That right there.
Yeah.
Let me interject really quick though, because I am definitely that person. Like when YouTube came out, my drumming got better because I was like, oh wow, I could do this, I could do that.
Yeah,
like my
options,
my exploration of the instrument.
But it didn't increase your motivation.
Well,
that can only be what you have.
But yeah, exactly. Like I had to have that motivation and that patience to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah.
Right. And now what I will say though, like I took for a long time. I took lessons through, YouTube or guys that were doing like online lessons and whatnot. Okay. And for the longest time, I thought that was the way to go. Then I started taking lessons with some heavy hitters. Right. I've taken lessons with guys like Johnny Rab. Shout out to Johnny Rab. He plays for Collective Soul. The dude broke the world speed record. I think is in like 2000, something like that, for hand speed. An amazing drummer. Took lessons with guys like him. Took lessons with guys like Dave Yelich, right? And these guys were like, you know what you're playing, but you don't sound good.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like,
yeah.
Okay. And so like now as a music teacher, like I understand that value of actually sitting with somebody. And I'll tell my students that all the time, like, hey, okay, you got this part down, but you have to sit here and you have to do this 200 times.
Yeah.
You like literally just sit here. Like it sucks.
Yeah.
It's very uninspiring practice, but you have to do it, 200 times in order to get it.
Yeah.
And that's a thing that you're not going to get from a light up guitar or a music app.
Yeah.
It's telling you, all right, cool, you got
Now
it right
practice.
this one time. But now the muscle memory factor, the
there's so much more.
There's exactly.
And I have students that they come they want lessons from me, and they could always go to YouTube and learn. Like I can go to YouTube and learn a song, but like to them, and their parents even know, like there's a difference when you have a hands-on teacher. They're literally guiding you the whole way, saying and then telling you need to do this. This is what you lack on. This is what. There's so much more. And by the way, don't get me wrong. I love Marty music. You know Marty music. You know Marty guitar. He's like the biggest guitar teacher online.
Yeah.
Super cool guy. Like I've learned stuff from him. He's a great guy. But sometimes a real teacher that's a cool guy. I'm not, kind of like me. No. People that are really cool. They really help and they motivate. So I don't think a real teacher will ever die. And there's something with a personal teacher that YouTube will never be able to create.
Well, so I tell my students
unless
all
it's
the time.
live.
I tell my students all the time. Because I could tell the students that actually pursue information and the ones that don't, right? Because they're literally only working off what it is that I told them, and they're not motivated to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Like I could be as motivating as I can.
Wait. Music students not motivated? Get out of here.
Right? Like I can be as
I know all about
motivating,
that.
I can give
Trust
you all
me.
the all the things that like inspired me to play. And then the next week's like, cool, did you practice?
No. By the way,
So like, aren't you supposed to make me
hey,
good?
their parents. You know what though? I tell their parents, and they're like, "Yeah, well, I still want them to come." I'm like, "Okay, well, you're paying. I'm just letting you know."
That's I got one student that's exactly like that. Like
you tell them, like, "Hey, maybe they need to practice more." And the parents like, "Well, we're so busy." You're like, "No, it's cool. I'm just letting you know that, so you don't think I'm wasting your money."
You start like grilling the student in front of the parent, but it's actually
super nice.
like,
yeah,
it's actually directed towards the parent.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, you know what? I appreciate that. I have students that they don't practice ever, but their parents still want them to keep doing it, so it stays on their mind, and I respect that. So I'm like, I get it. So I never get mad because let's be honest, I'm getting paid, so I'm not gonna be like,
exactly,
stop paying me because you're, it's like, dude.
Exactly. No, I had this student actually that it was a challenge. It was actually I've had multiple students, but two in particular. It was a challenge. And their parents, they just wanted them to do something,
Yeah, exactly.
you know? And they honestly really didn't care if they learned much. They just wanted that exposure
Yeah,
to something.
exactly.
You know?
Yep.
They want
And so-
doing something
And
extracurricular.
it's it helps the mind creatively, and it's
does.
another avenue for your brain to just kind of get
It does.
things.
And honestly, like who am I to say like if these kids are like 7, 8 years old, it might seem like they're not getting anything out of it.
yeah,
But to them, I mean, at 7 years old, like you only have 7 years of experience. At 30 years old, we got 30 years of experience. You know?
exactly.
At 7 years old, like that's 1/7 of your a year is 1/7 of your life.
Basically,
You know,
roughly,
it's a very large portion of what you remember and what impacts you.
yeah.
And so, like taking a music lesson, you might hear something that's like, "Hey, this is how you practice," and you could take this practice method into everything in your life.
Mark got knocked out by the microphone. He was looking back at Oscar. And he turned
Checking back to see what
around,
Oscar's doing, and I was like, oh,
Marcus knocked
microphone.
out. I can tell Mark's tired. Hey, it was morning. We all woke up
No,
early.
I'm just listening.
And we
I'm
went
just
to bed
listening.
late.
Yeah, we were.
So I should have played that at the beginning. I should have played that.
Should've.
Right? It's like, good morning, everybody. I should have done that.
Right?
I'm still working out. Yeah, I'm still working out our buttons, guys. Come on.
working out the kinks here. Yeah.
We are. This is all new. This is new territory for all of us. And like I said, if anyone's like watching, going like, "Oh, they didn't do this right. Oh, they should have done this." Like, give us a break. We're trying. We're new.
Hey, in the big picture though, like practicing music, like that stuff, it has to come down to, like you guys said,
You gotta have it.
Having the
Want
will
it.
to
You
do
gotta
it.
want it.
and,
Dude, I locked myself in my basement in Iowa, and I'd play. My dad can attest to it. 4 hours a night, I'd just go down there and just play. I would just like by myself, just like you gotta want it. You gotta be hungry. You be like, I want to be the best. I want to be the best this or that drummer. You just gotta have that adrenaline and like that fire in you. Like I'm gonna be the best. Like you gotta not the best, but I want to be this good. I want to be just as good as this guy. This guy. You gotta have that fire. If you don't have that fire, then I mean,
Yeah.
nothing against people that just want to casually play. That's cool too. But I'm saying if you want to be really good, you got to have the drive. You can't, you
gotta have
can't.
the patience
Someone
and
can't
will to
drag
do it.
you. You can only lead a horse to water, right? Whatever. So,
Can't
anyways,
make a drink,
let's keep
yeah.
moving on. That was a whole thing we went on with the new technology with the pop guitar. Oh, they have a pop ukulele. Guess what that is?
Probably a fiddle.
A ukulele. What?
It's probably a fiddle.
No, ukulele. It's
Lele.
probably a horn. No. Pop ukulele is a ukulele.
Is that
actually.
a new
So,
piano?
by the way, real quick, pop guitar and pop ukulele was just a smart ukulele that tells you where to play. That all came out in 2016, and now it's becoming popular. And by the way, anytime a parent or student asks about these little things that enhance or makes it easier, I say no, because you need to learn the hard way. What about these? I saw a little app where it showed like little rubber things for the fingers, so your fingers don't get hurt on the
Oh,
front.
gosh. It's like little shoes.
If a student ever showed up with that, I would not tell them to go home. I would say, "Sit down. We have a long talk." No, it's
The best
Shortcuts.
the best thing that I've ever found, like, because there definitely is, like, with knowledge comes like more understanding and easier.
I would never be
easier,
mean about
easier
it. but-
systems,
Yeah.
right? In order to learn an instrument.
Yep.
And so the best thing that I found was never a piece of technology, right? It was a book where this guy Benny Greb breaks down rhythm as it's a language,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so then he takes, with that, basically creates a system to where it's like, hey, you want to learn how to play any style of music, learn how to do anything on the drums,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter what it is you could do. Why? Because now you know the language of rhythm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't think technology is ever going to answer the question of how can I get really good in an
Yeah,
instrument really fast.
they try to make it easier. That's all
You
they
know?
do. They try to make it
But-
easier,
but
convenient.
Like
yeah.
I said though, like with those things that make it easier, they become crutches. And then you sit down on a real instrument. It's like if you don't really know what you're doing,
Yeah.
if you don't have real knowledge, then you're gonna sit down on an instrument and realize, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like Guitar Hero.
Yeah. So there are. So
I love that game, though.
Basically, what I'm saying though is like there are like shortcuts that you can take with learning an.
But in the
learning
long
an
run,
instrument,
it's not going to help.
But it's not. Technology is not going to be that shortcut.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep.
It's true knowledge and figuring out what actually matters, what you're actually going to use.
Yeah.
On the stage.
Agreed,
You know.
agreed.
And not practicing a whole bunch of So basically, what I was saying earlier is like Like I'll tell my students, go onto YouTube, look this up, find stuff, find drummers that you like. But
Get motivated. But
on YouTube, there's a bunch of crap out there.
yeah.
There's a bunch of people saying that they have that experience and they just don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you haven't played in a cover band that's played 3 nights in a row, 5-hour sets, that's 15 hours that weekend.
One weekend.
You
don't have that experience.
If you don't have like the knowledge of how to not fatigue yourself, you know, of how to actually work through an entire
you can
3 times in a row
like anything.
at 5 hours.
Yeah. It's like anything. You can hear about it. You can read it in a book all day long, but until you experience it, you'll never know. It's like golf. You can read books about golf your whole life, but you can't play golf with just a book. You have to go out there and do it. Yeah.
Dude, when I started playing in cover bands, I mean, we'll go 4-hour sets, and by that 4th hour, like we would hit some songs that, you know, like more up tempo stuff. Like one of the songs we were playing was Everlong by Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And it's not a hard song to play, right?
Yeah.
But we'd get to that song, and I had a really hard time with it because my endurance was down.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, you know, if you're not talking with guys that actually have that real world experience, which is a lot of people that are on YouTube, they went to YouTube because they, you know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that definitely do have the experience.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people on YouTube that they go there because they can't get the gig.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
sure.
so I tell my students, go to YouTube, look this up, look that up.
Yeah.
Look up this technique, right? But then after you do it, the next lesson, I'm going to ask you, what did you learn? And I'm going to cut the fat away, and we're going to keep what really matters.
That's true. Good,
know?
yeah. Yep.
So
not to cut you
And
short,
that's
Travis,
kind of
but
what Poppy Tar does.
yeah. Bobby's just like, hey. Anyways, real quick, we gotta
we can cut that fat
we
away
gotta
before we
keep
even
this
get to it.
rolling.
Just don't
Mark,
use it.
anything on new tech or no? It's okay if you don't. I'm just trying to
New
skim.
tech? Not
Tech-
really, man.
Tech
Not
D
that I've
nuts.
noticed. Other than new pedals, other than new.
Mark Sherman, tech these nuts. He just said that. Okay.
Take these nuts.
Okay. Okay.
Got him.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Oscar, real quick. Any technology news? If you don't have it, it's okay.
No.
All right. Well, that's fine. We'll move on. Moving on the set list. By the way, like I said, we try to make a rock theme here. We got a set list, and a set list is what we want to try to cover on the show. So next on the set list, and this is the fun part. We're getting into the fun segment. We're winding down the show. Favorite music movie of all time. A movie with music. Favorite of all time. I'm gonna go. Oh, there's so many good ones. I guess I can't say the best one, but I will say one at least. Would be, it's super cheesy. It's kind of cliche. It's called The Rocker with Rainn Wilson. He's basically this old Rainn Wilson from The Office, the guy with the glasses who
80s
plays
drummer.
Dwight. Yeah, he's an old 80s drummer that he got fired from a band, but his band blew up, and then all of a sudden he's all bitter, and then he joins with
Younger band.
his nephew's band for high school prom. And then they're like, we need a drummer. And they're like, my uncle used to play for Vesuvius. He did? Yeah. He was our first drummer. All right, well, and then so he joined their band, and then they start blowing up. And it's a cool movie. It's funny, a little cheesy, a little cliche, but The Rocker came out, 2000, probably 9, 8, or something like that, roughly around there. So anyways,
around that
check
time,
out The
yeah.
Rocker if anyone's want a good music movie. It's funny. I'm all about comedy a lot of times, but go ahead, Travis. What's your favorite music movie of all time?
Favorite music movie of all time is That Thing You Do.
Good choice. By the way, I will note this before you go on with That Thing You Do. The Rocker isn't my favorite, but it's the only one that I can really think about right now. So
Gotcha. No, That Thing You Do. Tom Hanks.
That's a great one. That's one.
He's he's from the record label.
Is he like the
right?
A&R
agent?
Yeah.
A&R guy. He finds this band.
Manager. He's a manager.
He finds this band. Their drummer, which theme in all these rock movies or
The
any
drummer, why?
music movie. It's the drummer. Hey,
He
we
breaks
live-
his arm.
We live cool lives.
He breaks his arm.
He breaks his arm. Another drummer comes in.
They go
Totally
Changes the
brings
style.
up the
tempo.
songs, brings up the tempo, changes the style, and now all these songs become hits.
Yep.
But then the band, because of their fame, because of their accelerated fame,
Yeah.
so quickly they end up falling apart before they could ever get to Hollywood to
It's basically
To make
it's a Beatles story because Ringo came in. It's a Beatles story mixed into
but
It kind of falls apart.
It
into
was
a
more of
Hollywood
like
movie.
the whole like one hit wonder kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, because
You
that
know?
was a big thing even
Yeah,
now, but even in
yeah.
the '60s. But they kind of used the Beatles story, but made it a one-hit wonder instead of the whole career like the Beatles
Yeah,
had. Yeah,
but it ended
Bas-
up with with the drummer
Talking
that,
with-
that just joined the band on a whim to play a show, bringing the band.
yeah.
All
That's
the
a
way
great
through all
movie
this
for
stuff.
drummers. That's a great
It
movie
is,
for drummers.
It
yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then he gets to Hollywood, and basically the whole band falls apart. But
But
he's still a good drummer in Hollywood.
Well, he didn't
You
lose
know?
his identity.
No,
without
yeah,
with
like,
without the band. Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
like the way the movie ends
Yeah.
is like his potential is endless.
Exactly.
Even
yeah.
though his entire band fell apart around
and,
him.
and the rest of the band goes on to do their thing. But basically, it's funny. Low key, the story kind of centered around the drummer, meaning like through all this fame and stuff, the drummer kind of kept his truth, and he at the end he was like, you know what? It's
Yeah.
not the end. Whatever.
He was, he was
he
the
was-
driving character of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And he was always about the music too.
Yeah, exactly,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the one of the last scenes is him in a jazz bar.
Yeah, I remember
just
that. That's
just
great, yeah.
really.
Or no, in the studio,
That-
he's jamming with that blues
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
that music is not just great for your everyday
jazz,
music
yeah, yeah.
listener, but also the true inner musician and people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great, great. That, you're probably right. That's probably the best one. Sorry, the Rocker is definitely not one of the greatest ones, but it was something I wanted to bring up. So whatever.
I don't know how I've never seen
Travis, great one. Mark, favorite music?
Oh, you'd like Rockstar, Oscar. You'd like it.
Oh,
Or the
Rocker.
rocker, yeah.
What?
No, it kind of.
Oh, was yours Rock?
no. I was gonna bring that up, but
With
I
Mark
don't.
Wahlberg.
It's not. I don't know if you could call it that
I love that
because
movie.
it's more. I guess you could say it's
There's
more.
so many good movies though.
I know, but it's like,
Bless you.
comedy. Like
We needed that in the show. Come on, right? We
that
need a
was
little burp.
That was the. That was a little effect there. That wasn't real. No, but thank you guys so much. Anyways,
No, that's for my burp.
here's Mark.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Mark. Go
I'm
ahead.
kidding. Oh man. I mean, you guys pick some good ones there. Wayne's World doesn't count, right?
Yes, it does.
It does?
Wayne's World totally counts.
Okay. I'd say Wayne's
Don't
World.
talk about Stairway.
Wayne's World, yeah.
He started playing Stairway
Don't
last
play
night
it.
at rehearsals, and
But Wayne's World, it's not focused obviously around a band. I mean, there's music. Music drives that movie.
Yeah.
But Wayne's World is so great, and I
That's a
used
good
to
one.
not. I used to not like 2 as much when I was younger.
Now it's
But
great.
now it's
Oh,
great.
dude. Wayne's
Like-
World 1 and 2 are equal. Okay.
I love Wayne's
Wayne's
World.
World
It's like-
1 is the better one because it's the beginnings, but Wayne's World 2 is just as good. It's just not the origins, so that's
Dude,
why it's
and
not as
The
good.
thing I love too is just like the jokes in the movie too are just like
yeah.
classic lines.
Knock me dead, dude. We quote
Yeah.
Wayne's World at least once a day.
Yeah, it's like inside jokes of that movie, and just Wayne's World is just a fun like it delves into the music world and
While being comedy. Yeah.
while being comedy. Yeah, it is great.
We love comedy. Oscar, real quick. Not real quick. I mean, but you are the couch contributor, so we have to give you a little bit. No. What's your favorite music movie of all time, bro?
I think Mark was gonna say it. Rockstar. with
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I saw it recently, and that was good, but that's definitely
Dude, that's a
good.
great. It is a good movie.
I got a top 3. It's Rockstar, Walk the Line, and then
Walk
The
the
Dirt.
line. Is
Oh yeah.
What was the last one?
The Dirt.
Yeah.
The Dirt, yeah. I was gonna bring up the Dirt
Let's
also.
be honest
yeah.
with you. There's
good.
so many good music movies.
That's good.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. School of Rock. Was
Oh,
a
School of Rock, that's
true.
Jack Black's
fantastic-
my boy.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I love.
And I think it was all of the actors actually play the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the instruments.
It's all real.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
Oh,
but then
wait,
you.
yeah.
I got. Oh wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's another one, Across the Universe.
Cross the Universe is
Give
good.
it a
A
little hat
lot of
tip
people don't
to it.
like it. I like it, dude. That's a great movie.
It's good.
Have you seen it?
They did good.
Cross the Universe is like a Beatles. They use Beatles music in a musical. School of Rock.
Oh, Tenacious D.
Tenacious D, the
Tenacious
Pick
D.
of
Oh, yeah.
Destiny.
Pick of
I was
Destiny.
gonna say that earlier, but I'm like, that's not one of the greatest, but it's funny. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. So good.
So I saw them play live.
They played
It
the
was
metal.
The
drum off.
Yeah, the Guitar
that.
Center drum off is 2011.
Yeah.
The guy that recorded the drums, he wasn't in the movie playing
Yeah.
the drums, or whatever. But his name is Brooks Wackerman.
Mhm.
He's now playing for Avenged
Avenged.
Sevenfold.
Yeah, I know.
He came out. He started playing. He was playing for Bad Religion at the time. Started
Yep.
playing, and then played I think 2 songs, something like that, and then brought out Jack Black and Tenacious D.
Yeah,
Played,
dude, that's sick.
like 3-4 songs or whatever. It was so cool. It was
Dude.
it was a random surprise because we were just there enjoying drums, and all of a sudden They came out. Portnoy came out
Yeah.
with a whole bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And,
cool.
and there's so many good music movies, but I guess for me, what I said probably aren't the best, but they're just some honorable mentions. And then, by the way, That Thing You Do, great one. The Rockstar, great. What'd you say, Mark? You said
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World's great. I mean, there's so many, but anyways, I guess it was
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. It was a good time to just talk about music and movies. So, anyways, well, and there's always going to be time in other episodes we can talk more about that. But okay, it is time. We are now at the brewery rate, meaning we're gonna drink a local brewery's beer. Travis, it's Hamilton's what? What beer is it?
Hamilton's Brewery. It's the Hammy Light.
Hammy Light.
So disclaimer
Hammy Light.
with this one.
Mr. Ryan, will you grab it out of the fridge for us, please? Ryan's by the fridge. Thank you. He's doing everything from running cameras, lights, to everything to getting the beer for us.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
So we chose Hammy Light because let's just be truthful here.
It's in a bag on the top
We
right. The top right is a bag. There's like a,
all drink light beer.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, we drink light beer, so
There
we
we go.
use their light beer.
We're very calorie sensitive. So
very calorie sensitive.
That is the
Oh, my
honest
We
truth.
are from California.
You hurt my
yeah,
calorie
yeah.
intake.
California is all about calories.
My traditional brew of choice is a Michelob Ultra.
Wow,
I'm giving
little girl.
yeah,
I'm scared.
I'm giving Mike over here a hard time about saying Coors Light has a bite to it. But yeah, we all drink light beer, so we felt like
Dude, look at this can. Oh,
reviewing a light beer from
nice
a local
cans.
brewery.
I like these. Nice can. Nice cans. Mark just said nice cans. Really nice cans. Look at these. Ooh,
go.
I like filling.
They are
them.
nice cans.
I like grabbing them. So okay, love people, love beer is Hamilton's little can.
Yep.
Hammy Light Lager, 4.2%. There. So it's not high content, but it's their
The
beer.
IBU is 10.
Oscar, get over here. Grab your beer.
Very it's
And
classy.
Oscar, I'm
it's
gonna
very
ask you- oh,
thanks.
independent, classy. It's cool looking.
I'm going to
I
ask
like
you
it.
to
I
look
like
up
the
the
design.
IBU score. Oscar, if you can do that.
What does IBU mean? I'm
Because
stupid.
I'm pretty sure it's like a
It's 10.
a international beer
It's 10.
rating or unit or something like international
IBU
beer
right
unit,
there
whatever.
on the front of the can.
No, but what does it mean?
10. Oh, what does it mean?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Because I'm pretty sure this is not a like local thing or like a like an individual thing. This is like the way that you would rate a brewery.
yeah.
Right,
okay.
right.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
On a
Okay, the
On a global
IBU
scale.
is a scale from 1 to 100 that measures the amount of isomerized alpha acids in a beer. That's what hops contain is alpha acids, and when they are boiled, the acids become isomerized.
Okay, Bill and I'm scared. I'm joking.
You're welcome.
I'm joking. I'm just like, okay, anyways,
welcome.
let's not talk about that.
all right. So that is 10. I thought that was supposed to be like if people enjoy the beer or not.
How acidic? What's SRM? What's SRM? These beers have different labels. Like, they're not the typical food label with the calories and stuff. They have, like, different little things. SRM, what does that mean? Super
It's
real.
amazing how scientific people are about beer these days. Like it used to be, I just grab a.
It's now like
Budweiser.
wine tasting. It's like,
It's the
This
standard
beer-
reference method.
What's the what?
It's standard reference method. Just basically colors from or classifies a beer from color from pale straw to black.
what's the rate?
Okay.
1 to what?
Okay.
So
I'm looking that up.
5,
right now.
10? That's all right. Well, it's a Hammy Light. It's a Hamilton's Brewery, actually right down the road. 5 minutes
Yeah.
away.
Oh
it's
yeah.
on Archibald and 7th.
Archibald 7th.
Archibald
Hamilton.
and 7th. We're actually
Hamilton,
going
we're
to-
rating your beer. Thank you.
What kind of
we
scale are
are
we rating?
Hammy
this on?
Light. Here we go. What?
What kind of scale are we rating this on here?
1 to 10.
1 to
10?
10.
Yeah.
1 to
Okay.
10. Yeah.
1 to 10. Here we go.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
1 sip. Oh, that's when you rate.
That's the
no,
rules.
1 gulp. We don't
What
do
if I do 2 sips?
one?
Yes.
Oscar, I'll
One
cheers
goal.
you.
No,
from
the
the
reference.
I've never
right?
had this beer. We've never had this
You
beer.
know the
What?
reference, right? Barstool Sports.
No.
Dave Portnoy.
Oh,
One bite.
no.
Everybody knows the
Oh,
rules.
the pizza, 1 bite.
Pizza.
And
One
pizza.
bite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One sip. Everybody
All right,
knows
here you
the
go.
rules.
Wait, ready? I gotta do this thing. Before we drink the beer, we gotta do this. Go!
All right.
I like it.
You guys just did 2.
I know it was a joke. We didn't. I can taste like
Yeah. It's
It's definitely light.
Yeah,
But it's stronger.
It's
but
light,
it's
stronger
it
than
does
light
have
beers.
More of like a prominent.
You know what it
flavor
kinda
More of a
reminds me
bite.
of?
More of a
No, it kind of reminds me of well, can we say the brand? Well, we're drinking brands, but
Ch-
can we
say-
say popular brand names on here?
Yeah, I said Coors
No,
Light 20.
no, honestly, it kind of does remind me of Miller Lite.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
when I had because I'm used
No,
to
it has more of a bite.
It's
No,
got,
no,
it's
has
got
more
a
of
distinct
like a
flavor to
darker
it that I'm
taste
not
to it.
actually that into.
no, it tastes it kind of gives me more of a Miller Lite taste.
If I went straight to the bar,
This is weird, but like, have you ever like the popcorn kernels on the bottom of the bowl?
yeah.
That it kind
it.
of tastes
Yeah.
like that. When
No.
you're
On those?
By the way, this isn't Hamilton's only beer. They have tons of it. This is a light beer.
Yeah, this is a light beer.
I
like
like
I said,
it. I like it.
Like I said, everybody here drinks light beer, so we chose their light beer. Hamilton's is known for
Yeah, Travis, you got a
their,
point there. Yeah, it's got
um,
that kernel, popcorn kernel
yeah.
taste. Yeah.
Hamilton's is known for their double mango. They have a really awesome watermelon blonde. A ton of great beers. Beers.
I
We
had
just
the-
chose this one for
I had the space bar
for the reason.
when we went by there at the space bar. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like space
well,
dust.
some episodes I'm definitely gonna be trying some like harder ones, but I like this. I like him.
I had this blonde because we were there last night picking this up. This blonde. It was like a pineapple orange
Yeah.
blonde. That was really good. The
Yeah.
one that I had before that was I don't remember the name of it, but it was a sour.
Yeah.
Also very good, but it was very sour.
Yeah.
Hurting the back of your jaw.
By the way,
sour.
I like this. So, Oscar, what do you think, real quick, of the beer?
It's good.
You like it?
Yep.
I do too. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, let's go rating. I'm gonna go first. Obviously, this is the first beer that we've used this scale on, so don't. I can't say 10 because I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't go to breweries a lot, so that's
We're gonna have to average this over like
Yeah,
100
we'll average it
episodes,
out.
so.
I got mine.
I'll say a good 6, man. Why not? I like it. Good 6.
Yeah.
And 6 is good, by the way, because
Well, you're
'cause
past 5.
depending
so
on where I'm at in the night, a good a
60%.
a two would make me smile.
Well, your
So-
approval.
Yeah.
Your
So
approval.
I'm gonna
is
give it. I'm gonna get it a solid 6. A solid
six.
6.
Solid six.
Like it's getting close to 7. So it's good. I like it.
All right, I think I might go for a I might echo you on that 6.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, I would prefer lighter beers. This is giving me that.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond on the flavor of the beer, but it's easy to drink. It's not,
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm sipping on it, I want to jump back to 7. I'm saying 7.
You just want to
7.
one up me,
No, no,
don't
no,
you?
no,
You
no.
know,
I
you just
swear to
wanna
God.
one up
No,
me.
no. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is a light beer with a zing. I'm like,
Yeah,
7, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like I said, I'm not too fond on like the aftertaste of the flavor, but I think it's my style. It's my style of beer. I would definitely order it again. I will drink it probably regularly. It's a long clip right
I
there.
know. Hey, you can keep talking even if
They
yeah.
love
But yes, like I said, the flavor is not my favorite, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 6. I'll stick with 6.
Mark?
No, I was right before you even say anything, Mike. You went 6. Travis went 6. I was like, I'm like on that line of like 6/7. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on that line.
But that's the thing.
6.5.
But that's good though. That actually is good. Like
it's
it's not
like
bad.
it's almost it's practically.
if I would've
it's
said
it's
a
almost
1, I'd be like,
7.
"Oh my
It's-
God,
It could
good."
be a 7, but it's like the
good.
high. Like
Yeah.
right before. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, dude.
That was a metal.
Dude, I've been burping all night. Dude, that's our thing now. We
Right
don't just
before.
drink beer. We burp in the mic. So if you come on the show, burp in the mic. That's what we do.
I haven't burped in the mic.
Well, if you
yet.
burp
Do it.
talk, when you burp talk,
I can't force a burp out.
A little burp. No.
Cough.
No, I don't know.
no, when you burp talk though, it sounds like
No.
you're like metal growling.
Dude, yeah, dude. I listen to metal. That sounds like they're burping. So, Oscar, rate 1 to 10, baby. What you got?
Probably 5, 6. 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
6
know what?
is-
I'm kind of like, I got the taste of Truly in my mouth, man. I'm not gonna.
That's
lie.
why.
So it's throwing everything off. So I'm
Okay.
pretty sure this is a lot better.
What an
than it
asshole.
tasted.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, so overall, guys, I want to say thank you, Hamilton. Actually, by the way, Hamilton has more beers. And by the way, we went there last night.
They're a
Place
good
was-
brewery.
Place
I
was
mean,
popping. Everyone was there. So they obviously have good beers. A lot of people love it. This is their light beer. I'm sure everyone goes there for their strong beer. So like I said, go to Hamilton's. Travis has the hat on.
Yes. Honestly, though,
in Rancho Cucamonga.
a massive shout out to Hamilton's for being a massive supporter for local music.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely helped my band out a lot. But anyways, I just averaged it out. So all of our ratings together divided by 4, it's a 6.25.
6 and a
That's the
quarter.
So we got a
official
6.
6 and a
Hamilton's
rating.
6.25. Maybe on the post edit we can get a little lower third. 6.25.
Yep,
Right here.
6.25
Right here. Hey,
is where
I'll
the
do it right
Hamilton
now.
is sitting.
Right here.
Now, mind you, our rating of the scale. I mean, I'm assuming a 9 is a Coors Light.
Ah,
A 9 for me is probably a Michelob Ultra. So
Yeah.
we're definitely
Hey,
biased towards
bro,
light beers.
a 10 for me is Coors Light. So
Wait.
Okay.
What's White Claw? What's their calories?
White
80?
Claw's 11. Oh, 11.
Coors
No, no,
Light's 12 out of 10.
Are you
No,
looking
no.
for like
12 out of 10.
the least amount of calories?
No, I'm trying to think
in
of
the beer?
taste and then calories. So
Oh, you're trying to weigh the options of the beer.
Oh,
No,
Coors
I'm thinking, like,
Coors
white-
Light has like
wait.
120 calories.
Who would have thought that a bunch of musicians would be such little bitches, huh?
no, because. All right, for the audience right now, hey, audience right now. Truth be told, my main drink is like I like whiskey, so White
Jack.
Claw's not.
I
Yeah,
do
Jack
love
and
my
Coke.
Jack and
Yeah,
Diet. I drink a Jack and
Jack
Diet.
Fire and
Crown.
Coke.
I wish our faucets came Jack and Diet out of it instead of water.
But
I was showering in it. Too.
no, but talking about light drinks, I was curious. Like seltzer drinks, those are like what, like 80 calories or 90 calories?
Low.
It depends. I think of the
And high
ultra,
content.
the
That's why they're
ultra
popular.
seltzers.
They're-
Well, what's White Claw? What's that?
White Claw's like 80 to 100 calories.
80, okay.
I think it's like 95 with like two carbs or whatever. That carbs are big in
That's
keto
true.
culture.
So,
That's
guys,
true.
by the way, real quick, we are at an hour and 58 minutes. We want to close it up. We're trying to hit 2 hours maximum, but I'm not trying to shut us off. But anyways, real quick, we did the rating, the taste test. I want to just jump to the – I'm sorry, not to cut anyone off. I want to jump to the closer. What is next with everybody in their life real quick, and then we're going to say our goodbyes and plugins. Travis, what's going on in your – what's the next thing for you? Let's go.
So right now, I'm kind of between, with COVID and everything, really excited about what the future holds for music, what that means for myself. And, like I said, I'm playing with the country artist, Kylie Trout. She's got a lot of stuff going for her. So that could mean that we are doing a lot of really big things if society will allow it.
Good.
So I'm between that and
Living life, man.
yeah, and
Living La Vida Loca.
is
being
it
the
even,
best
is it
can be
even
as a-
worth being a musician anymore?
Yes, always.
It's kind
Always.
of it's COVID really kind of put a number on
put everything
down.
on most of us.
It put a
So,
test on everybody.
Yeah, so it's like I got all my gear. I've been practicing. I've been investing in new gear. There's a lot of hope for the future. It's just a hard time. So
Well, you can't. Well,
you know?
truth be told, you can't not have music. So music is
That's
definitely.
the thing is like, it's kind of in that position right now to where it's like, am I pursuing this still as like my main thing because it can't really be my main source of income because
Right,
of COVID,
right.
And between like, do I go
Well-
find a better source of income that's more secure and then just do music on the side?
Well, you
know?
gotta
That's
fund.
kind of where
Well,
I'm at. You're about to
there's a
drop
thing.
you're about to drop your beer.
Well, it's also
the stand's falling down.
Mike's stand.
My
is
stand's
coming
broken.
off
Hey,
the
wait,
table,
look.
came off
My
the
stand's
table.
broken. Okay,
You got the coolest stand, and yet
I
our-
can't figure it out. I'm
our
going to hold my mic
bass
now.
drum kick mic stands are doing better than yours.
It's like,
I know.
guys.
And Oscar's over there being like, I'm doing it. Yeah, it's chilling
I know how you
out.
feel. I know how you feel.
No, but being a.
So I'm going to hold the mic now because I can't, my stand broke. So, okay.
No,
go
but
ahead.
being a musician, and everything. I mean, we all have to have jobs. We have to pay, but to fuel your music, fuel your passion, what you want to do, and then make something out of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day. But while you're doing that, be responsible and have a job that can fuel that, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, there's nothing wrong with that because a lot of people have to do that, and it's like it's for the beginning steps, or not beginning steps, but just building yourself up.
Yep.
When you're doing music, you have to have some kind of income. So it's like
Absolutely.
don't feel like, oh well, I'm not making my income off of music only right now.
Yeah.
I'm a failure.
Well,
That's not true.
here's the thing. Some of the biggest artists didn't make money until they died. Let's be honest. And
That's-
painting, we can talk about paintings too.
That
So,
is true.
so what I'm saying is, don't stop your art. Just keep doing your thing. Like I said, 22 Salute. We're always broke, but we still make music videos. We still put out songs. People like our band. I'm happy. I'm blessed to say that. And
And Travis just peeled the label off.
and I'm just saying, like,
About to
you
put
know,
a sticker on your refrigerator.
with your art, money isn't everything, and I always will say that.
That's a rent a
Mark,
fridge.
Mark, real quick, what's new? Mark, what's the future hold with you, real quick? I know we're in the same band, so it's probably gonna be what I say.
And we're brothers, so we're kind of around each other a lot.
Yep.
Future hold for me. Right now, just becoming a better artist in music, and then like I work a full-time job, so I have to do that a lot.
Yeah,
But
pushing.
my heart's more in playing music, and so when you have to be in the real. Well, music is a real world too, but it's just you have to work a regular job and fuel your passion. So
Yep.
And sometimes your passions aren't always. They can't pay your bills.
And the reason why we work
So.
jobs, like I do guitar lessons and I do a little DoorDash on the side. I deliver some things, and
Whoa.
and I only do this because you have to do that to pay your bills. California's expensive. It's so expensive. So sorry, it is. It's expensive. So like I can't just like I can't come out here and be like I'm gonna be a rock star and all my stuff's paid for. It's like no, dude. Literally, if I don't pay for my stuff, I'm either moving back to Iowa or I'm homeless, and that's the truth.
Yep.
But I'm still an artist. So this apartment and everything that we live in. By the way, we're in our apartment. We're in our apartment in Rancho Cucamonga. This is not a studio, not yet. And
The address is.
the address is 1234 Not Your Business Boulevard. And no, okay.
That's not how I got here on the GPS, man.
Do not tell them how to get here. I mean, I already have a line of girls outside the door trying to get in all the time. So it's like.
Oh
Yeah, we don't need more. We don't need any more. We don't need
No,
any
I'm
more.
just kidding.
On the way in.
I'd be lucky to have one girl text me. So to have, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go ahead and just say real quick, Oscar, real quick, what's new? What's next for you in your life and your music career, and what's going on?
You know what, dude? I'm actually taking a different approach here. I went from straight up heavy death metal, metalcore stuff to I'm trying to figure out who
Twang.
I'm taking on my next ride on my big green tractor.
Oh, he's going country.
Oscar,
So-
you went from
I went from-
chugging and like a lot of gain to compressed clean guitar with twang
Yeah, I went from to
How y'all doing?
to Telecaster. you went from metal guitar.
Baby, turn the lights and look. Why am I cutting out? What the hell?
Oscar, you went from Ibanez to Telecaster.
There you go.
I'd
Oh,
figured you-
I'm
dude, you're
cutting
telling
out.
me.
What the hell? Okay.
It's strange.
Did we move any headphones?
Dude,
or-
no, country has a
Okay.
lot of great stuff about it.
Oh, yeah.
People
No.
don't realize.
So, and then real quick, I'll just say what I'm doing. For me, what's next is basically this whole podcast. I like I said, I came up with the idea 2.5 weeks ago. So this is an extracurricular, not curricular.
this is
sorry.
a pilot
extra
episode.
like this is a side project for me, just for fun.
Mike,
and also
you say this is a pilot episode.
this is the pilot episode. We might not ever do another episode because it's just so bad. Like people aren't gonna listen to this. Who wants to listen to a bunch of assholes
Dude, no,
like
but we
us
got
talking?
no. We have friends back in Iowa that are gonna be listening to this. I mean, friends out here
Yeah.
that people we have no clue who are gonna be listening to this. That
Absolutely.
Are, you
Mike,
know,
you'd be surprised, bro. Don't doubt yourself.
No, I'm being funny. I'm trying to be funny. But anyways, what's new with me? What's next with me? As obviously, if anyone doesn't know, I'm singer to the band 22 Salute. We're still pushing forward. That's why we moved to California. Is for our band 22 Salute, and I'm going to continue with that. That is my baby. That's my main project. The Rock Oath is basically a side thing, and that is to put all the local music, or even the music, because this could, who knows, if this blows up, it's the national or
Hey, now-
international. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so this is all about music, for fun and also for entertainment and for whatever it can bring anybody that comes on the show, because I know there's a lot of artists that could benefit off coming on here, hopefully. And I'm going to be bringing in rock band, local bands, local solo rappers, anyone that wants to be on the show that could maybe help them propel their image or their view and their what they want and everything. I just hope this is a big accumulation of just everything local and abroad. But anyways, real quick plugins, Travis. Any plugins, real quick? Anything coming up you want to let the viewers know about real fast?
No, you could just follow me at Travis Minardi anywhere.
Travis Minardi.
There's not another Travis Minardi in the world. So if you
Am
type
I?
in my
There's
do you-
not.
how do you spell
No, really?
Minardi?
There's no Travis
Travis.
Minardi.
Travis.
The only
Well,
Travis Minardi.
okay, if there is another Travis Minardi in the world, it sucks to be him because I have Facebook, I have YouTube, I have Gmail, I have Yahoo,
He's
I have
Travis
TikTok,
Minardi
I have
2.
Twitter, I have
Wait.
all of it,
Dude,
and
his-
I don't use any of those, but I just have my name
His
on all of those.
his screen name is Travis Minardi
He will
2.
have to be. He will have
Kitty
to be.
Kitty
You know
Lick
what's
Lick.
funny is for I think it's for my health insurance. They were like,
Peanut
oh,
butter.
we already have somebody that has Travis Minardi as their username. It's like
That's me.
That was me like 10 years ago.
Yeah, there's no one else.
They're
there.
like, no, I don't think so. I was like, absolutely, it was. Like,
There's no.
no,
Travis.
no, I don't think so. I was like, there's not another one in the world.
I love
I
it.
can promise you.
Can I be honest with you? I've never heard the last name Minardi till I met you. So you are the
Travis.
honest.
There actually is a bunch of us.
Travis. They'll
Okay, well,
spell
I
it-
didn't, you
I
probably
mean,
never saw
like,
Schoon.
like dozens.
You didn't
There's
know
like
a
dozens.
you didn't
not
know a
hundreds
Schoon.
or
You,
thousands.
well, you didn't know a Schoon
No,
till
I
you met
didn't.
us.
I didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't know
Travis.
some last name.
Tell the audience, Minardi, how do you spell that?
Minardi. So
Travis
that
Minardi.
is
Look him up.
Minardi.
at TravisMinardi.
Facebook,
Anywhere in the world.
Instagram is him.
And you will find me.
Any
with
social
my,
media.
with my little logo, which
What's
I'm
your
not
call
the-
sign?
Oh, he isn't.
There,
Oh, he
right
has
there
it on
on-
his earbuds
Yeah.
too.
He's that custom.
Oh, that's how official. Can you zoom in on that? Yeah. Bring it down, Travis, a little bit to the. There you go. There, yeah.
There. You're
Oh,
gonna see my
thank you.
logo. That is how I write my initials.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that.
And I guess that bougie to where I.
He's bougie.
You gotta have his
I
own.
put it in Photoshop and I put it on.
Dude,
everything
even
that I
your
do.
this thing over here
Bougie
has your name
bitch.
on it. I was
Right.
wondering what that was. You got your name
So,
on it.
real quick.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Clear 2 monitors.
Yeah. Okay.
Custom in-ears.
Real quick, Mark. Any real quick
Thank
plug?
you
Any
to the
plugins?
government for
No,
giving me money to
no.
buy
If you want to
these.
follow me, I'm on M_A_S5 at Instagram.
Moss 5 MAS.
Yep.
M
Mark
Instagram.
Schoon. Schoon is like school, SCHOO, but with an N. So SCHON.
And then a real quick plug-in for myself with Mark. We're in the band 22 Salute. We're still moving forward. We got a new music video coming out next month. We're filming at the end of this month.
Yep.
We have a single called "To Keep Me at Bay" coming out. A re-recording of "To Keep Me at Bay."
It's basically
And,
gonna be like new.
And
though,
also,
so.
my other plug-in is my name's obviously Mike. You can find me on anything, Mike Schoen, whatever, blah blah blah. But like this whole podcast, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, we're a little over 2 hours, but most good podcasts will go on. I mean, we're drinking beers, we're talking. It's not going to end in an hour. I'm sorry.
I think
you
the most
can't.
important thing right now is anybody that's actually made it this far in the podcast. What
Thank
would
you!
like to hear? What
What?
would you like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hear?
what would you like to
What's your
hear?
thoughts? What's your ideas?
Well,
Send
and
us-
definitely thank you for listening.
Yeah. Hey, if
Well,
you've
not send us.
if
send
you've
Mike.
made it this far in the podcast, I have one thing to say or one thing to play for you. So thank you. You made it this far. Congratulations. Now we're getting to the serious part. I was kidding.
That's like relaxing.
had, like,
That's
a
Oscar,
good
put your clothes
I
back
thought you had
on.
a good outro for that one right there. Now to the serious part, and you're gonna like actually go into an outro, and then you just
Well, you know what? All I want to say is thanks everybody for listening. This is our first one ever. I want to thank real quick. I want to thank Ryan Garcia right now on running everything. Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you to Anthony Simmons. Actually, Anthony, who just left earlier, he was the one that actually come to me and actually say, I want to help. So big thanks to Anthony, and he brought Ryan on board. But Ryan's been such a hardcore player, dude. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ryan.
he was here yesterday.
He was
just
here
getting
last
everything
night. Last
figured
night we
out.
did the dress rehearsal. We did the rehearsal. We
Kinda.
didn't dress up.
we did
Yeah,
the
we
setup.
worked
So we,
I wore my dress and I put my makeup on. I was like, oh yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you look really good in eyeshadow, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Really awesome. Real quick, any plugins for you? I forgot. Go ahead. I didn't forget. You're a couch contributor. Don't
Oscar,
get mad
what
at
do you got,
me.
man?
Oscar, what do you got? Any extra like plugins for yourself, social media, or just say what you're doing or how to find you, like your address or anything?
Well, as of right now, all I got is Instagram.
Oscar
So if you
Garcia,
want to follow me, it's at the Almighty Sledge.
the Almighty Sledge, Almighty Sledge,
Almighty.
the Almighty
Almighty.
Sledge.
It's the Almighty. He has
No.
the in there.
No, is it the?
The.
The Almighty
It's
Sledge.
one word. Any underscores or anything?
The Almighty Sledge. Mike, I'm the Almighty one.
He is. I mean, in his little world, I'm sure. No, I'm kidding,
It's a
dude.
very large world. I'm 6'4", maybe 6'5".
He's a big guy, by the
And
way.
ladies, he's single, so
Hey,
I am.
hey, and by the way, Oscar is although he looks small on the couch contributor couch, Oscar the couch, he's actually 6'4". He's very big. Very big dude. You want to stand up for our
he's
viewers?
like
Stand
Paul,
up!
He's like Paul Bunyan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy's big. He's a big dude. He's our buddy, though. Yeah. So, Oscar the couch
Yeah,
is.
If you want to follow me, the Almighty Sledge, and that's pretty much how you would find me.
Cool. But anyways, Oscar, thank you. Thank you for couch contributing. Thank you, Travis, for being on the show. So I would say that you and Mark are both headliners, but although Mark's my brother, so he will be on more shows. Travis will be on more shows. I'll get Oscar back in again. It's not.
This is our pilot show.
It's
so
our
we're-
pilot show. I don't expect people to come in one time and they're gone forever. We're just gonna have guests come in. We're gonna have the couch contributor is actually a cool spot because you don't even have to be a musician to be a couch contributor. You just have to be super cool and fun.
Yeah, dude.
That's the thing. At the table, we're gonna be a little more of the music world, but the couch contributor can be anyone. But because Oscar though is in the music world, it helps a lot to the podcast. So we'll have auditions for this position. No, I'm kidding.
Try again.
It really is gonna. It's all gonna come to who I decide who I think is good to be on the show, and there's no rules. All I know is we are the Rock Oath, and we're gonna center around the rock theme because we're in rock bands, and but we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna drink beers. We're gonna be real. We're not gonna be too PC. We're not gonna be too. We're gonna be ourselves, and we're gonna be good people, and that's what this podcast is about. I want to get artists on here. I want to get bands known about. I want to get just everyone out there and have a good time and just a party, man. So anyone that watches, give a little slack to us because this is our first one. But we have more to come, and we're just gonna keep refining.
Yeah.
This podcast, and we're gonna get better, and better. All right. Any last words, guys, before we're gonna say goodbye? Anything else?
Thank you
See
guys for
later.
listening so much.
See you later, Oscar the couch. You got anything? Bye. All right. Thanks again to our team. Thanks for you guys listening. It's our where we at? We're like 2 hours and 14 minutes. I've listened to longer ones. But that's it, man. We're gonna try to get back to this for another podcast as soon as I can. Thanks for listening. You guys take care. We are the Rock Oath. Peace.